So yes, good morning everyone. Good morning. Right. So today we are here to revise quickly the CMA inter syllabus paper 7B. Correct? So paper 7 now see if you see sir the paper pattern if you remember see there is one crazy paper pattern for CMA inter actually with respect to taxation. Paper 7 you have how many marks ma? Have you seen the paper pattern ra? How it is? See, one interesting part here is, sir, out of this 100 marks, you have 30 marks MCQs. In 30 marks MCQs, sir, how many MCQs you will get ma for 30 marks? For 30 marks, how many MCQs you will get? 15 MCQs. That means each MCQ will carry how many marks? 2 marks. Super. Mm. So you will get 15 MCQs, as you said correctly. And out of that 15 MCQs, how many MCQs from direct tax and how many MCQs from indirect tax? 8 or 7 from direct tax and 8 or 7 from indirect tax. Okay, right. Sir, 6 MCQs from direct tax, sir. And balance how many MCQs? How many? 9 MCQs from indirect tax. Okay, that means in MCQ, this is the last almost 4 attempts paper pattern I am talking about. So that means in MCQs for direct tax you have 12 marks and indirect tax you have 18 marks. Okay, so I will share this completely to you. Don't worry, you just focus on our discussion. No need to copy anything, all this stuff. So you just focus. I'll share this. This is no need of writing all that. So just I want to give you overview of how to approach this paper first of all. Okay, now coming to the point. So 100 marks, 30 marks MCQs pattern is like this, and 70 marks if you see now. You have all 14 mark questions, all 14 mark, and each question is divided into two subparts, 7 mark, 7 mark. Every question is a 14 mark question and every question has two sub questions, and each sub question will carry 7 marks. Now if you see, the interesting part is, sir, 14 mark questions you have 7 questions. 14 5s are 14 5s are 70. That means out of 7 questions you should write only here. Out of this any 5 you can write all direct tax questions and leave 2 questions indirect tax choice. You can write all indirect tax questions and leave 2 direct tax questions choice, something like that. There is no compulsion like only out of this 7 you should first write. In CA exams and all there will be a pattern, first question compulsory question, balance out of that you take a choice. Here nothing like that. You have 7 questions, out of 7 you write any 5 what you want. There is no segregation of set A, set B, direct tax, indirect tax like that here in the question paper. That is one interesting part. Now out of this also, sir, out of this 7 questions if you see, out of these 7 questions, question number 2, 3, 4, 5 is from direct tax, and question number 6, 7, 8 is from, sir, you told only how many questions? 7 questions here. Question number 2 we are starting because question number 1 is MCQ. Okay, first question is MCQ. In that you will have 15 sub questions, 30 MCQs. Okay, that is the paper pattern. And question number 2 descriptive will start. Out of that if you see, 4 questions are from direct tax, 14 mark questions, and only 3 questions are from indirect tax. Okay, now as I told, we are going to discuss today this portion. Okay, sir, question paper is totally not for 100 marks, including choice it is for 128 marks. Out of this, indirect tax is for 60 marks. Very good. Super. Very good. Nice. And direct tax is from 68 mark. Yes. Initially, some technical difficulties are common for us. That is my horoscope. Okay, you don't worry. It will get settled in another half an hour, 1 hour time. Okay, right. So out of 128 marks, if you see, 68 marks is from direct tax and 60 marks is from indirect tax. Okay, this is how the paper pattern is actually. Okay, now, sir, if you properly decode the question paper last 5 attempts, this is the analysis of last 5 attempts actually. This everything I'll share to you, so don't worry about copying anything, all that stuff. So from December 2023 they have changed the question paper pattern itself, the style how they ask, all that. If you see June 2023 the paper pattern was different. From December 23 they have changed the style completely. So the style is, as I told you, how many MCQs ma from indirect tax? 9 MCQs, correct? Question number, there will be first question MCQs, in that sub questions, 15 sub questions, in that sub questions 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is from indirect tax. And as I told, 3 14 mark questions, 6, 7, 8. Each sub question will have 7 marks. See, unless our horoscope is too bad, the paper pattern should remain same this time. Okay, otherwise we don't. Okay, but mostly the paper pattern should remain the same. And now in this, if you see, mainly taking the trend, sir, what are the chapters which have been tested as MCQs and what are the chapters which have been tested as descriptive, we have given here. See, in this MCQs, let us talk about that later. But if you look at the descriptive pattern, question number 6AB, this is what surprising me actually when I saw the paper pattern or analysis. Basics chapter, first chapter, which many students doesn't even listen the class properly. That chapter 14 marks, 6A, 6B, 7 marks. They're asking differences between direct tax, indirect tax, 7 marks. Functions of GST council, 7 mark. What are the taxes subsumed into GST? And they're asking taxation on alcoholic liquor. Do you remember we have discussed Mersal movie? Saraku mela GST iruka illa, like that and all we have discussed in class. I was thinking like I'm just giving you general knowledge in that class. Then I understood I'm not giving general knowledge, I'm giving 14 mark weightage. Okay. So basics chapter, seriously, this is a chapter most of the students neglect. And if you see question papers, also past question papers, students will feel like, yo, theory question, why to answer this, let us take it choice. But dabba questions, such easy questions you can easily answer, that 14 marks they're asking. Okay, so this we will target today in the first half. Okay, very easy chapter ma. I feel like laddu mari questions. Okay, seriously, no complication, nothing, but many students will leave this as choice. Let us focus this. 14 mark done. 14 marks after reading 30 sides, just 30 sides, that I have simplified in 10 sides. I will share that material also to you today evening, that you stick on to that properly and do some mugging up, no problem, easy things only. 14 marks seriously will be in our pocket. Okay, that one we will do. Okay, if you see, look at this, my every attempt they are giving what? Basics. From that first basics chapter only they are testing. Most common question, direct tax, indirect tax, features of indirect tax, benefits of indirect tax, benefits of GST, GST council, just like in our school days we were writing social exam, the same thing. And 7A, 7B, let us talk about that later. 8A, 8B. 8B, you took take this ma. Last 4 attempts, customs valuation, mostly that is the favorite topic actually, valuation, one problem or some dabba question from valuation. Okay, so that is for 7 marks. We will definitely focus that today. Okay, so the point is, some intelligent fellows were absent for this class, customs valuation. One day full problems only we were doing, just 2 problems in the class. Okay, right. So this is what last question. And if you see remaining cases, if you look at the entire analysis, you tell me what is the most commonly seen word here in this descriptive portion. RCM, next. ITC, next. Composition scheme is the crazy thing. Composition scheme is one very key area that we will take up. So if you look at this, sir, we can make a conclusion or we can make an understanding. Top priority chapters. What are the top priority chapters, sir? Obviously basics. Why? Because very easy chapter, I'm telling you, very easy chapter. 14 marks seriously will be in your pocket. Next one, customs valuation. Next, composition scheme. Next, supply chapter. They are asking some more the other questions. Supply chapter. Most of the cases. Do you remember? There is something employer-employee concept. Gift. Schedule 1. How much? 2 mark MCQ. So many times I have asked it in exam. I have seen this 5 question papers. No. Here in MCQ, if at all it is there. This one. This one. Mostly out of these 3, I have seen all the 3 questions are 50,000, 50,000, 50,000 limit only. They are asking the same thing again and again. So like this supply chapter, they are asking this, what is supply, what is not a supply, like that. That one we will take up. Okay. First, let us focus on these things, and next RCM. Yes, let us go with RCM also. RCM is also frequently tested topic. Okay. First target is to finish this. Okay. Today we will finish all these things. We will discuss certain things extra also. And one more thing, yes, place of supply. Another very easy question they are asking. The another area is place of supply. Okay. Anything else which comes to your mind? I am seriously worried about this paper pattern because of looking at the way they tested ITC. They have not given that much importance for ITC, which is heart of GST. Okay. Here and there they are checking, but generally in CA exams and all, without that chapter there won't be question paper only. Here you will see the question paper. And yes, one more important chapter, returns. Okay, these are the very key important chapters which we will definitely finish today, and as per the time permits etc, we'll take up the other chapters also. Clear, Rama? Right, so let us start discussing. First, what is the first topic, pa? Basics, correct? Fine. Now let us, I just want to show you in CMA textbook itself how much it is there, so that you will also be confident we are not discussing some lengthy topics and all that. Okay, I want to make you comfortable with your CMA textbook itself. So first, concepts of indirect tax. If you see concepts of indirect tax, sir, in that first introduction chapter is there, page number 3. Page number 3. Introduction I would have discussed when we are starting the class. Sir, taxation will come under which ministry, ma? Ministry of Finance. Under Ministry of Finance, there is a department called Department of Revenue. Under Department of Revenue, there are 2 boards called as CBDT and CBIC. You know, CBDT will take care of direct taxes, CBIC will take care of indirect taxes. They may ask you the hierarchy also seriously, so please be careful with this. And what is the hierarchy, ma? First, under central government there is Ministry of Finance, there is Department of Revenue. Under that there are 2 bodies, that is CBDT and CBIC. Okay, this is the hierarchy. Okay, fine. Administration of tax laws. If they ask you the hierarchy, administrative hierarchy, what is that we have studied now? Administrative hierarchy. Take one last page in the notebook. Take one last page in the notebook. Just write down the questions I say. Okay. First question. What is the first question, right now? First question is, what is the administrative hierarchy of tax laws in India? First, question number 1. Take one last page. Online students, take last page. Write down. Shall I dictate, ma? What is the administrative hierarchy? Simple, here spelling everything is there, so you can just check. Sir, what is the administrative hierarchy of tax law? What is the administrative hierarchy? Administrative hierarchy of tax law in India. Maybe basics are being tested even for MCQs also. So let us not take any chance here. Shall we continue? Right. So what is the administrative hierarchy, ma? Number one, Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, CBDT and CBIC. Okay. CBDT and CBIC, which is superior? Nothing is superior. Both are at par. One fellow takes care of direct tax, the other fellow takes care of indirect tax. Clear? Right. Next, concept and features of indirect tax. There was one question actually on this 7-mark question once. What are the features of indirect taxes? Write down second question. What are the features of indirect taxes? What are the features of indirect tax? Definitely make sure you remember this. Okay. So if you ask me doubt, sir, should I mug up this? Yes, you should mug up this. Let us quickly go through these points. Tak, 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 right. What is the first point? Tax on goods and services. Sir, in indirect tax, we are not showing the discrimination. This is good, this is service. We will levy indirect tax on both goods and service. You purchase a Benz car, you should pay GST. You go and take services from a saloon or chartered accountant or a cost accountant, anybody, you should pay GST. So indirect tax is both on goods as well as services. Super. What is the next one? Who will take the burden, ma? In indirect tax, the burden is on the final consumer, the customer, correct? Shifting of burden is there or not there here? Yes, that is what the main feature of indirect tax. So here the concept is shifting of burden. Sir, burden can be shifted from one person to another person. That is why we call it as indirect tax. That is the second point. Next, third one, inflationary in nature. Why it is inflationary in nature? Suppose, for example, you are coming to the classes paying 1 lakh fees. Imagine, just imagine 1 lakh fees. If there is no indirect tax, fees is 1 lakh only. But there is indirect tax called GST. You will pay 1 lakh plus GST 18%. That means what is the total cost for you? 1 lakh 18,000. If there is no concept of indirect tax, you will get this service for 1 lakh. But here you are getting it for 1 lakh 18,000. That means price is increased or not? Indirect taxes obviously will increase the prices. That is inflationary in nature, right? Fine. Clear, ma? Shall we continue? Next one. What is the next one? Social welfare. I don't want to comment on this. Let us understand the concept. Regular batch, I would have commented on this. Okay, social welfare. What is this social welfare, ma? Sir, generally people are spoiling their health by smoking and okay, right. So let us not make them spoil their health. So let us demotivate them from consuming these things. So what should we do? Increase the taxes on tobacco, increase the taxes on liquor, so that if you increase the taxes, just now previous point we have read, inflationary in nature, prices will increase. If prices increases, people will stop consuming tobacco, stop consuming liquor. Okay, fine. So that way, how are you going for social welfare, pa? Sir, I am putting a check on consumption of harmful goods or sin goods through higher rate of tax. Okay, that is how you are bringing social welfare. Right, super. Next one, what is the next one? Wider tax base. What do you mean by wider tax base? What do you mean by wider tax base, ma? Sir, wider tax base means, sir, it covers almost anything and everything. The tax base is so wide enough. Sir, you go and purchase something in a stationery shop, some stapler pins. Will there be GST, indirect tax? Yes. You go to Benz showroom and purchase a Benz car. Will there be indirect tax? Yes. You go to a saloon, there will be indirect tax. Yes. You go to a chartered accountant or a cost accountant office, there will be indirect tax. Are you understanding the point? What that means? It is not about how small the good is, how big the good is, how costly the service is, how cheap the service is. Sir, the tax base is so wide enough, it almost covers anything and everything. Correct? This camera we buy, there is indirect tax. That projector we buy, there is indirect tax. This chair we buy, there is indirect tax. This t-shirt we buy, there is indirect tax. Correct? Right? So anything and everything comes under indirect tax. So the tax base is so wide enough, it covers almost anything and everything. Right? Super. Fine. Next. What is next one? One small point, ma. Those who have just joined the lecture or anything, we are discussing a chapter, basics chapter, which has weightage of 14 marks in the main exam. Okay, so don't feel like why this man like one day revision class and solte he's taking this basics and all. Don't feel like that. Okay, fine. Coming to the point. What is next one? What is next one? Regressive in nature. What do you mean by regressive in nature? Sir, here indirect tax will hit both the rich fellow and poor fellow in the same way. That means Ambani goes for shopping, purchases something, same tax. Slumdog goes for shopping, purchase the same product, same tax. There is no discrimination between slumdog and a millionaire. No matter how much rich you are or how much poor you are, you should pay the same tax. Clear, Rahul? Right. What is next one, ma? Last one. No pinch. That means no perception of direct. No perception of direct pinch. That is what the concept here. No pinch means here write down. No, here there is already given. Don't worry. Does not perceive a direct pinch of tax. Online students or anybody, first of all, you just focus on present. What is happening? Okay, don't think about anything extra. Sir, this chapter that can be done, that chapter this can be done, all this stuff. You will get time. Let us speak. Let us understand what to be done. But when something is going on, don't think about anything extra. Why? Because one online student is asking, sir, can you give questions like this for all chapters? First 14 mark chapter, let us finish this. Okay, first let us have breakfast, then we'll think about lunch. Okay, now, no perception of direct pinch. What does it mean? Even though government is levying indirect tax, people are not able to feel that pain. For example, you go and purchase one dairy milk chocolate, 50 rupees. Is there indirect tax in that? Yes, but we won't realize or feel that pain. Correct? So even though people are paying left, right, center indirect taxes, they are not able to feel the pain of that indirect tax. Okay, that is not visible. That is the main interesting feature of indirect tax. So now tell me, have you written this question, ma? What are the features of indirect tax? Correct? Right. So how many points you have? 7 points. That is why they asked it 7-mark question, I guess. Number one. What are the points for number one? What is the first point? Tax on goods and services. Second one, burden. Third one, inflationary nature. Fourth one, social welfare. Fifth one, wider tax base. Sixth one, regressive nature. Seventh one, no pinch. Okay, that is what the point. Shall we continue? Right, next one. What is next one? What is next one? Differences between direct tax and indirect tax. Again, question should be what? What are the differences between direct and indirect taxes? While framing this book itself, they have decided, I guess, 7-mark question ke tomorrow they have given all the size of the question, answers, concept, everything. Right. So what are the differences, ma? Guys, these points already you know. We are just revising. Okay. So what are the differences? First one, what is the first difference? Meaning, yes, it is referred as a tax levied on person's income, wealth, and it is paid directly to government. But whereas indirect tax refers to consumption of goods and services paid indirectly to the government. Okay, nature. This is progressive in nature. This is regressive. Why this is progressive in nature? Direct tax. Because it based on your income earning capacity. The more income you earn, the more tax you pay. Sir, I don't earn income, sir. You don't pay tax. Everybody in earning income will pay same amount of income tax, sir? No. See, the amount of income tax I pay is different. The amount of income tax Talapati pays is different. Okay, right. So the point is, the more income you pay. Oh, sorry, ipa CM on soluma. Okay, right. So the more amount of income you earn, the more amount of tax you pay. But as I told, Mukesh Ambani goes for shopping, purchases something, same indirect tax. Some beggar goes for shopping, purchasing the same product, same GST. So point is, sir, direct tax is progressive in nature. You grow, along with that, government also should grow. Okay, but indirect tax, no matter whether you are growing or not, sir, everybody should pay the same thing. Clear? That is what regressive in nature. What is next one? Yes, incidence and impact. Direct tax, the incidence and impact will fall on the same person. Sir, I am earning income from my pocket only, income tax will go. But indirect tax, restaurant fellow is earning income, but you are going and paying GST. Correct? We are going for shopping. Reliance Trends. Reliance Trends is making income, but who is paying GST? Customers are paying GST. Correct? So the point is, sir, it falls on different person. Indirect tax, of course, the impact and burden will be on different person. That is why we call it as indirect tax. As you know, the main feature of indirect tax is what, ma? Shifting of burden. Right? Next example, income tax. Example, GST and customs duty. Evasion. Tax evasion is a direct tax. Possible. Indirect tax, Hardly possible because it is included in the price of the. Yesterday night only I read one news. One chartered accountant arrested for fake invoice case in Andhra Pradesh. 19.79 crore fake invoices and fake ITC related case has been arrested. Okay, just after reading this point, I got that. Okay, right. So the point is, yes, theoretically, this is hard. That is easy. Okay, but if you plan properly, sorry, no. I mean, you should not plan like that. Okay. Next, what is next one? Inflation. What is next one, ma? Direct tax helps in reducing the inflation. Why? Because it is progressive in nature. Only if you grow, you will pay tax. Correct? Otherwise, you will not pay any tax. But indirect tax, of course, is inflationary in nature, that you can understand. Next, imposition and collection. Same person. But here, imposed and collected from consumers, but paid and deposited by the assessee, the taxpayer. Supplier is liable to deposit the GST, correct? But who will face the burden? Recipient, customer will face the burden. Okay, super. Next one, direct tax. Burden cannot be shifted, and this one can be shifted. That is why we call it as indirect tax. Event, taxable income. But in this case, supply. Do you remember taxable event supply? Section number. What is the section number? 7. Okay, right. That is what the point. Shall we move on, ma? These are the differences between direct and indirect taxes. Next, let us move on to the next one. Background of erstwhile indirect taxes. As you know, how many lists are there? But these 3 lists will come under Schedule 7. List 1, List 2, List 3. Do you remember this, ma? I have not seen any questions on this, but still just have what is what knowledge. Schedule 7, List 1, List 2, List 3 talks about what? List 1 gives power to union government, that is also known as union list. List 2 is also known as state list. List 3 is also known as concurrent list. Whatever the items mentioned in union list, who will have the power to make law? Central government. Whatever the items given in state list, who has the power to make law? State government. Whatever items given in concurrent list, who has the power? Both central government and state governments. Correct? Right. Fine. Next, any example if they ask you. Here, what I suggest you is, out of this 4 points you remember, ma. Okay. List 1. What are the examples? What can be the list 1 items? List 1 is not liquor. List 2 liquor. Okay. You unprofessional fellow. List 1, income tax. So who has the power to make law on income tax? Only union government, central government. Next one, duties of customs, including export duties. Next one, central excise tax. Excise tax will come on what? Excise duty will come on what? Manufacturing. Okay. So on manufacturing, listen, except these things. What are the items, ra? Your favorite. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Next, opium, Indian hemp, and other narcotic drugs. All these things. Point A and B. Why they said except these things? Because those things will come under state excise duty. So state government will have the power here. So here it is state excise duty. Clear? Remaining any remember your manufacturing earlier projector. What will come into picture? Central excise duty. Your manufacturing liquor, what will come into picture? State excise duty. Okay, central government have power to levy tax on manufacturing anything except alcoholic liquor for human consumption, as well as opium, Indian hemp, and other narcotic drugs, including medicinal and toilet preparations. Okay, shall we continue? Domex, Lysol, toilet preparation, all these things. Okay, so on that state excise duty will come. Shall we continue, ma? Next, sir, taxes on capital value of assets excluding agriculture. Wealth tax. No, wealth tax has been abolished. That's a different story. Central sales tax. Sales from one state to another state. This is more relevant before GST, but not now. Because now on any good or service we are charging GST. We are just going through because it is there in constitution. Yes, there can be a chance of MCQ or anything. Okay. Next, in list 1, they have the power to levy tax on services. Okay. So these things you remember. Okay. Next, state list. What and all was there? State level VAT. When state level VAT was imposed, sale was within the state. Within the state. Suppose in Tamil Nadu we are selling furniture to a customer. What we were levying? State VAT. Okay, from Tamil Nadu to Rajasthan we were selling, then central sales tax, CST. Okay, next, tax on agriculture income, professional tax, and duties of excise on alcoholic liquor for human consumption, opium, Indian hemp, all these things, state excise duty was coming into picture. Just remember these item names. Okay, income tax, customs, excise duty, next wealth tax, central sales tax, tax on services or union list items, next state level VAT, tax on agriculture income, professional tax, excise duty on alcoholic liquor and opium, Indian hemp. These are state list items. Okay, list 2 items can be tested as MCQ question. Be careful. Shall we move on, pa? Hmm? Right. Next. Hmm? Hmm. No, you want to copy or take screenshot, or? I will send this full PDF to you people. Don't worry about anything. This full PDF I will share it to you. Okay. Okay. Emra Rahul. Right. Shall we continue? What is next one? Remaining things which are relevant. Let us move on to the next one. But the schedule 7 comes under which article, pa? Do you remember? 246, Ray. Article 246. Okay. Right. Here, see, there are some quick MCQs. Chaka chakan murchilavanga. Let us finish them. First one, first MCQ, first. This Dubuk fellows gave answer also here. 1 second, ma. Book in the open panakodadra, Dre, Dubuk fellow. Look at the screen, look at the screen, look at your mobiles. First one. What is the first one, Ra? Indirect taxes are often described as regressive in nature. What is the primary reason for this? Regressive in nature. What is the answer for this? Online fellows, you should send that in the comment box. Option A, B, C, D. C. Next. B. Anna Nagar says B. Team Tambaram. What is the option, Ra? Huh? C. Parangurvati clear. Tax rate decreases as the value of goods increases. Tax rate will decrease according to value. It is fixed already. It is already fixed. That is not correct answer. They are levied only on luxury goods. Indirect tax is levied only on luxury goods. No. Next. All persons bear an equal tax. I told you, slumdog also same tax, millionaire also same tax, Mukesh Ambani also same tax, beggar also same tax. That is why we call it as regressive in nature. Online students, you should be even more like what? Fast. Okay, right. Yes, even more interactive. Yes, printing style you leave it, not an issue. Okay, fine. Hope you have understood first point. Let us move on to the next one. What is next one? Under pre-GST regime, which entry in the union list empowered the central government to levy excise duty on tobacco manufactured in India? See here, we have seen the names, Noma. You remember this entry numbers also. Okay. Guys, one thing, listen carefully. First chapter, it is about your memory. Seriously, very small topic, but if you are good with memory, 14 marks absolutely like possible. And in MCQ, if they ask one MCQ also 2 mark, 14 plus 2 16 mark, there only we are finishing. Okay, right. So entry numbers, make sure you remember them. Okay, right. So they are asking what about what, ma? Excise duty, yeah. Excise duty, yeah. Under pre-GST regime, in union list, which entry is empowering to levy excise duty on tobacco? Entry 84. Okay, option B, entry 84. Next one. What was a major contributor to the cascading effect of tax in the pre-GST era? Do you remember what is cascading effect? Tax on tax. Why there was tax on tax? What is the major reason was the question here. Okay, what are the major reasons? First one, availability of seamless ITC across the state border. If that was possible, cascading effect will not come, correct? If you can easily ITC. Next, the levy of VAT on a value that already included That means here they are talking something about tax on tax. Okay, maybe correct option. Let us see the next one. Reduction of tax rates by the finance commission. No. Next, the elimination of tax nakas at the state borders. You tell me which is the option. B. Sometimes even if you don't know the concept, you don't remember the concept, options will tell you correct answer. Okay. So options, if you read carefully, done. Next. So what is option ma? B. So the levy of VAT on a value that already included central excise duty. Next, what is next one? According to administrative hierarchy, which body is responsible for levy and collection of central indirect taxes? Finance Commissioner, Village Panchayat. CBIC. Okay, super. Next. Next, what is next one? Huh? Enachra? Okay. Online students respond fast, 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 fast. Mm. Look at the screen. In my screen, whatever is there, you just see that and you respond. I'm getting response only from few students. Everyone respond. Hey, lazy fellows. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, what is the answer, ma? Option B. Yes, super. That is what the concept there. Right. Let us move on to the next one. Let us move on to the next one. Constitutional validity. Ma, remember this, ma. See, GST has been brought into picture. Now we are done with indirect tax as a whole. Now we are entering into the specific part. What is it, pa? GST. Specific part GST. We are going to talk about only GST here. Now, sir, GST has been introduced only by amending the constitution. That logic, all that stuff now not relevant for us. But for you, one important thing is this heading itself is very important for you. What is it, ma? Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2016. If they ask you GST has been brought into India by what amendment in Constitution? Constitution 100 and simple ma. When you go to any temple for any purohit something pujari and all, we will not give 100 rupees. We'll give 101 rupee. That's all. Okay. Constitution 101st Amendment Act. Remember that 101st Amendment Act 2016. Okay. Right. Next. That is what relevant there. And one more interesting point is, you tell me 101st Amendment Act means bill should be what? 101st Amendment Bill, correct? But no, it is not that way. It is 122nd Amendment Bill. But are people to make it memorable? GST is something crazy reform. So to make it memorable, what they did? For Act, they have changed the name itself. What is that? 101st Amendment Act. Bill number 122. But Act 101. Clear? Both are not different. Both are same. Okay, shall we continue? Bill means 122, amendment bill. Act means 101. Both are, I repeat, same. Okay, if at all MCQ they ask about bill or act name, don't get confused. Bill is 122, act is 101. Okay. Right. Remaining things they are fine. Okay. When GST was introduced in India, ma? 1st July 2017. Okay, 1st July 2017 it was launched. Okay, next, let us move on to the next one. Remaining things are not greatly relevant there. Let us move on to the next one. GST laws. Yes, first one. What is the first one? They have given learning objectives, all this nonsense and all. Let us move on to introduction. In introduction also nothing relevant to concept is there. Let us move on to introduction to GST law. Introduction to GST law. Come to this, page number 16. If you are using the textbook, in this, sir, Constitution of GST Council, Article 279A, very, 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 very important topic. They have repeatedly asking question on this for 7 mark, GST Council, so please be careful. Okay. Page number 16 ma. Page number 16 GST Council. In that questions list you are maintaining, no? GST Council Article 279A. You just write down that. GST Council Article 279A. Okay. In this, read everything. They can ask any type of question. Okay, let us go through everything. Okay, shall we continue, ma? Fine. So what is the first one, ma? First you tell me, what is the purpose of GST Council? Sir, GST Council, to discuss anything under GST, we need to meet regularly, central government and state government, and should discuss and take a decision. For that, what they should do? They should meet regularly. For that, they are forming a body called GST Council. Simple, ma. In Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2017, there is a new article called Article 279A. Article 279A. That Article 279A is asking the President of India, sir, please form a council called GST Council. Please form a council called GST Council. And in this GST Council, who and all will be the members? One important thing. Who and all will be the members? Now, please understand, from central government, there will be two members. Point A and B you have here. So these people are from central government. Okay. So from central government, two members are there. Who are those two members? One is Union Finance Minister. The other is Union Minister of State in charge of Revenue of Finance. Minister of State, in the name there is state, but that fellow is not from state. That fellow is from central government. Just like imagine Deputy Finance Minister. Simple. For every ministry, there will be another category, subordinate, Minister of State. So remember, like deputy, name has the word state, but I repeat, he is from central government. So who are the two members now from central government? Union Finance Minister and Union Minister of State. Which department of finance? Simple. Union Minister of State, but finance department. Shall we continue? So how many members from central government? Two members from central government. Clear? Who is our Union Finance Minister? Nirmala Sitharaman, correct? So, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman is the Union Finance Minister. Who is the Union Minister of State Finance? Mr. Pankaj Chowdhury. Okay, that person is the Union Minister of State for Finance. So, two members over. And now look at the third point, point C. Minister in charge of finance or taxation or any other minister nominated by each state government. That means here, to become member in GST Council, you need not be finance minister. State can send any minister, can send even transport minister also. Okay, so state can nominate any minister. Now, how many states we have in India? Oh my India. Right, how many? Online students respond in chat box. How many states, ma? Hey, don't check the pages. Yeah. 29. 34. 28 states. 29 was including Jammu and Kashmir. And after Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act, sir, it is 28. Jammu and Kashmir is divided into two union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir, the other is Ladakh. So, how many states, ma? 28 states. But, sir, there are three union territories which are treated as state as per GST law. What are the three union territories which are treated as state? Pondicherry, this we will remember. Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir. These are the three union territories with the legislature. So we call them as state. So for GST law, we call it state. Generally, they are union territories, no doubt. But for the purpose of GST law, we call them as states. So now tell me how many states totally for the purpose of GST? 31 states. Correct? So total how many members you have? In total, you have 31 from state, 2 from center. So total 33. Central government 2, state governments 28 plus 3, 31. Clear? So total 31 members. Shall we continue? Shall we continue, everybody? Right. So these are the things. Now, who will be the chairperson of this GST Council? One small point. Again, I am just highlighting or stressing here. I am focusing this chapter so heavily because 2 mark MCQs. Apart from that 7 plus 7, they're also asking 2 mark MCQs from this. That is why I'm so particular on this chapter. Okay, don't feel like sir teaching such easy concepts and all. Okay, our problem is we will remember at least complicated things. We'll forget easy things. Comedy anna in exam, easy things only carry more marks here. Okay, so now coming to the point, who will be the chairperson, ma? Union Finance Minister will always be the chairperson, and from states we will select one fellow who will be called as vice chairperson. Okay, one amongst the states. Okay, we will select from class 2C. In 2C, who are there? Ministers from states. So simple. Who is the chairperson of GST Council? Always, always, always Union Finance Minister. Union Finance Minister. Who will be the vice chairperson? One person selected amongst the states. Out of the 31, we can select anyone. Okay, right. That is what vice chairperson. Next, this fourth point is very important for you. What is the fourth point, ma? GST Council shall make recommendations to union and states on what? On what matters GST Council can make recommendations is the concept. Okay, on what matters it can make, ma? Number one, sir, on the taxes, cess, surcharges levied, okay, which may be subsumed into GST. That means what and all taxes you can eliminate them and add them into GST. Okay, fine. Next, the goods and services that may be subjected to or exempt from GST. That means on what you can charge GST, on what you can exempt GST. Okay, who will recommend that? Now, before going to this, remember anything in GST, in GST Council, they will meet, they will discuss, they will approve, and then they will take the decision in council meeting. After taking a decision in GST Council, what they will do? They will give recommendation to central government and the state governments. What the governments will do then later on? Will release a notification or will amend the law accordingly. But first, who should recommend? GST Council should recommend. Clear? So GST Council can recommend anything and everything under GST. So first point, what is the first point you have seen? They can recommend what and all taxes can be eliminated and can be added into GST. Second point, you should be looking at that and you should be repeating whatever the question I am asking. Then you will not sleep. Okay, otherwise you will go into meditation. Okay, after 1 month let us do meditation together. No, let us not do it. Okay, right. What is the first point, ma? What are the taxes which can be subsumed into GST? That recommendation they can do. Second one, what is the second one? What are the taxes which can be subjected to GST or exempted from GST? Next, what is the model GST laws or principles of levy? How do you levy GST? Apportionment of GST. That means what? How much for you, how much for me? How much for center, how much for states? All these things. In case of interstate trade under Article 269, what is that? Article 269A talks about IGST. IGST will be levied by whom? Central government. Collected by whom? Central government. But it will be apportioned between center and state 50%, 50%. How much we should share? GST Council will recommend. Who should get the share? Depending on place of supply. Destination based tax, do you remember? Where the destination is there, the state should get revenue. All these matters, who will discuss and finalize, ma? GST Council can decide. Okay, next, threshold limit for turnover for taking exemption from registration or exemption. The threshold limit of turnover below which goods and services may be exempt. How much threshold limit? For example, do you remember this 50,000 example we have discussed? Employer employee, correct? Entry ticket exemption, do you remember anything? Entry ticket for any 500. Recognized sporting event, unrecognized sporting event, music, dance, any theatrical performances, all these things less than or equal to 500 is exempt. Like that, any limits they can decide. Okay, next, the rates including floor rates with the bands of goods and services. Goods, these goods, how much GST rate? These services, how much GST rate? Who can discuss, ma? GST Council can make recommendation. Any special rate or rates for a specified period to raise additional resources during any natural calamity or disaster. That means, see, for example, when there are some floods, like few years back there were floods in Kerala. For compensating Kerala state government, all these things, we have charged some cess, or let us assume there was such Bharat cess before GST on service tax, all these things. To meet up any like exceptional situations, we need revenue. For that revenue, you can charge any extra or special rate of tax. Okay, those things who can discuss, GST Council can discuss. Imagine 2026 tsunami came one more time. Okay, tsunami returns. Then government can announce tsunami cess 0.5% extra apart from GST. Those decisions they can take. Okay. Next, what is next one? Special provisions with respect to states of special category states. Do you remember Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand? For these people, we can discuss some special provisions. Any other matter relating to GST, that point is sufficient, Nora. You can say anything for GST, correct? If you see all these points, okay, they will discuss. Other than that, any other matter related to GST Council will discuss. Simple. Shall we move on? Next, what is next one? Sir, another important point. What is this? Our favorite now trending topic. What is that? Petrol, diesel. On that, GST is there or not there? GST is not there, but you have the power to levy GST on that. But from when you will levy? The moment government notifies. When the government will notify? When the GST Council recommends. When GST Council recommends? We don't know. Okay, right? So that way, sir, GST Council has the power to recommend the date on which GST can be charged on petroleum crude, high-speed diesel oil, motor spirit, commonly known as petrol, natural gas, and aviation turbine fuel. You have 5 items here, sir: petroleum crude, high-speed diesel oil, motor spirit, natural gas, aviation turbine fuel. Please remember those 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, shall we continue? Right, so on petroleum products, what is the power of GST Council? They can recommend the date from which we can bring GST. My repeat, on liquor you don't have power to levy GST, but on petroleum products you have the power, but you have not utilized it. Clear? Both are different. On liquor there is no power at all, but on petroleum products you have the power, but you have not yet used. How can you use that power? In GST Council meeting they should take the decision and they should recommend, from 1st June let us bring GST on petroleum products, then you can bring. But they have not yet recommended that. Okay, next one. Another important point. What is the important point, ma? Quorum. What is the meaning of quorum? Minimum attendance for a meeting to start. Okay, so what is the quorum, ma? 1/2. That means 50%. In MCQs they have given exactly the same word, 1/2, 2/3, 1/3, like that. Okay, so be careful. 1/2, that means 50%. Total how many members in GST Council? How many members total? 33. Just now we have discussed memory loss fellows. How much, ma? 33. In that 50%. In that 50%. That means 16.5. Half body inside, half body outside. Okay. 17 should be the meeting. Okay, a quorum for the meeting. Shall we continue? Next. What is next one? What is next one, ma? Seventh one. Seventh and eighth point again. Important points. What is that, ma? Every decision in GST Council shall be taken at a meeting by majority of not less than 3/4 of the weighted votes of the members present and voting in accordance with the following principles, namely. Okay, now here look at this, ma. See, total how many members are there in GST Council? 33 members. In the 2 members are from central government, 31 from states. How do you take the voting, ma? You understand, when we say show of hands, you are 31 members, we are only 2. Always you will be like winning the race. It cannot be that way. So we are dividing that on weights. We are saying you take some share, we will take some share. You take 2/3 of the share. 2/3 means how much percentage? 66.67. Here one very important word is they can play in the MCQs here. We are talking about the votes sharing and all these things, correct? This is based only on total number of members present and voting. Present and voting, these words are very very important. Okay, in MCQs please be very careful. Sometimes they may say everywhere they'll give 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. They'll say 2/3 of total members. They'll say 2/3 of total members present, 2/3 of total members voting, 2/3 of total members present and voting. So everywhere 2/3 is there. But what is the correct answer? 2/3 of the total number of members present and voting. Very important line. Please remember carefully. 2/3 of the total members present and voting. For you, if it is 2/3 of the total number of members present and voting, this is your share. Then what is central government share? What is state government share is 2/3. That means 1/3 of total present and voting. But to take a decision how much majority you want, 3/4. You don't remember these percentages, remember the wordings. Okay, percentage is your analysis, but that is not the exact word used in the law. So what is the majority you need to take the decision? 3/4 of the total number of members present and voting. Now listen carefully, listen carefully. Just remember these words. First, state government share is how much? 2/3 of what? Members present and voting. Central government share 1/3 of what? Total members present and voting. But what is the majority required to take decision? 3/4 of the total number of members present and voting. Clear? 2/3 means how much is the percentage? 66.67. 1/3 means how much? 33.33. 3/4 means how much? That means you understand all the states agrees for something. 31 members present, 31 members saying yes. That means still it is how much percentage? Central government says no. That means no. You can never achieve 75% without the help of central government. Have you understood that logic here? Right. So for you, you should remember 1/3, 2/3, 3/4. What is 1/3, ma? Central government. What is 3/4? 3/4. Majority required. Majority mark is 3/4. Just like 1 1 what is the majority mark? Recently you would have seen, no? 1 1 117 8 118 Terida and the Valley Terida. Okay. Right. So what is the majority mark, ma? 3/4 here. What is the majority mark in GST council meeting? 3/4. What is the share of central government? State. But everywhere it is total number of members. Everywhere it is total number of members present and voting. Clear? Shall we continue? Right. So this one, you can take a screenshot of this, ma. Take screenshot of this. Take screenshot of this. Or I'll wait. Ray. So whatever அப்புறம் பேசி அதெல்லாம் அப்புறம் பேசிக்கலாம். Right. Listen. So 7th point clear up, everyone? So what is the weightage for central government as we have seen? Sir, 1/3. State government, what is the weightage? 2/3. But here the important thing is it is all about members present and voting. Okay, right. Next, for taking the decision, what is the majority you need? 3/4. Okay, shall we continue? Everyone, right. Let us move on to the next one. The last point, 8th point, another important point. What is this? No act or proceedings of GST council shall be invalid merely by reason of. First, what is the heading? Whatever GST council is doing, you can never say this is invalid. Just because of the reason. What is the reason, ma? Sir, there is a vacancy or any defect in constitution of the council, sir. Recently, Tamil Nadu elections over, sir. The earlier GST council member is no more a minister, sir. So from Tamil Nadu, still nobody appointed in GST council, sir. But in the meantime, GST council took one decision. You cannot go and shout, sir, Tamil Nadu, there is no representation, sir. Let us invalidate this decision. Okay, you cannot tell that. Are you understanding the point? Sir, there is a vacancy in GST council. Yes, there is vacancy. Till you fill up the vacancy, they cannot wait for certain things. Clear? Because here majority only we are taking, 3/4. So because of any vacancy in GST council, there should be 31 members from state, sir. Now, the last GST council, who was that fellow? I told from Tamil Nadu, who was the person in GST council? எனக்கு ஞாபகம் இல்லைன்னா உங்களுக்கு சான்ஸ் இல்லை. That Tangam Tenners was the GST council member. Okay, is he still MLA? MLA. Okay. See, the point is, in GST council you should be a minister, correct? Now he is no more a minister. There is a new minister who has to be nominated by Tamil Nadu state government. But we are busy with other things. We have not yet nominated. Then nominated for GST council, see, I am talking about, he is not finance minister, he is a public works minister, something like that. Sengotian. Sengotian is not finance minister. Leave. Correct. Okay. No, first thing, I am very much clear with that because I saw which portfolio Sengotian will get. And so interested, I have seen. He did not get, I thought he will get home ministry, something like that. Is something public work, something public development, or something he got. Let us not worry about that. Focus on this. Fine. Listen. The point is, listen. Because now no person is nominated there, there is a vacancy. Or the appointment is not done properly, imagine. Okay. So the letter you gave to the governor, the letter you gave to the GST council is not proper. Because of any such reasons, there is vacancy in GST council. Because of that, can you tell, sir, GST council taken a decision that is invalid, like that? Can you say? No, you can never tell that because of any vacancy or defect in appointment. Next, any defect in appointment of a person. Sorry, the same thing we have discussed. Next, procedural irregularity which is not affecting the merits of the case. In GST council meeting, they have to follow certain procedures. Let us not worry about that. Okay, they did not follow the procedure properly. Okay, because of that, can you invalidate the reason? No, unless that is affecting the merits of the case. Okay, so remember this point. My 8th point is also very, very crucial. Shall we continue? Right. So now the concept is what? Sir, GST council, we have discussed GST council. I repeat again, today your homework is you should revise this GST council properly, 8 points. Okay, that is your homework. Right. Now let us move on to the next one. What is the next one? Article 246A, another important thing. In, if you remember, we are discussing a concept called Constitution 101st Amendment Act. In that we have discussed Article 279A. Now we are moving on to 246A. 246 word have you seen anywhere? That Schedule 7, List 1, List 2, List 3. That is Article 246. But Article 246A newly we have added in Constitution because to bring GST you should change certain things. In that what they did, na sir? 246A, how many points you are seeing per here? How many points you are seeing, ma? This 1 and 2, Article 246A, how many points you are seeing? Point 1 and 2. Point 1 says simple, sir, intrastate supply means both central government and state government will have the power. That is why you are seeing CGST plus SGST. Then interstate supply means exclusively central government will have the power. That is why you are seeing IGST, levied by central government and collected by central government. So simple. Point 1 is talking about intra-state transaction. Point 2 is talking about interstate transaction. In case of intrastate transaction, who will have the power, Patambi? Central plus state. In case of inter, only central government or only center, you can say. Only center. Am I clear, everyone? Now, please understand, don't try to understand. So please understand, don't worry about the technicalities, all that meaning here. The analysis I am teaching you right now, let us just remember that. Article 246A, how many points you have seen? 2 points. In that, what is the first point? Sir, first point is if it is intra-state supply, both central government and state government will have the power to make law. On intrastate transactions, who can take the power? Both. That is why we have CGST Act 2017. That is why we have Tamil Nadu State GST Act 2017. Clear? But for interstate supplies, only central government will have the power. Only central government. That is why we are seeing IGST Act 2017. Clear? That is what the analysis of Article 246A. Right. Let us move on to the next one. These things are not relevant for you, the tax point, don't worry about that. Why to ignore them? Let us remember this. Please just remember what is what. Article 366 12A gives the definition of GST, goods and services tax. Remember this article number. Okay, right? So goods and service tax means what? Any tax on supply of goods or services or both, except, look at this beautiful word, except what? In GST definition itself they have excluded, leave about GST law. In GST definition itself they have excluded liquor, and that is only for human consumption. Okay, right. Next one, what is next one? We have already discussed interstate supply, central government will have exclusive power. That is why they are making only IGST Act, correct? IGST Act 2017. Next, the provisions of this article shall, in respect of goods and service tax referred in 279A. 279A, what is 279A? GST Council. Take effect from the date recommended. Okay, so GST Council will recommend the date on which you should charge GST on petroleum products. Do you remember, petroleum products, who should notify the date? GST Council. GST Council. Okay, right. Next, what is next one? Earlier Article 246 was having power, all these things, distributing the tax levy powers between central and state government, but now you know Article 246A has empowered both levy GST. That is what Article 246A says. What? Intrastate supply means both center and state. Interstate supply means only center. Okay, right, super. Next, Article 269A. Remember this Article 269A, important. What is Article 269A is talking about? IGST. IGST. One second, I will show you. We have a notes for this already. Look at this, IGST. 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 Yes. Article 269A. Look at this, Article 269A says IGST shall be levied by whom? IGST shall be levied by whom, Central government. Will be collected by whom? Central government. But it will be apportioned between center and states. Correct? Right. Super. So look at this, Mr. Vishnu is making a sale to Mr. MSD. Vishnu is from Tamil Nadu, MSD is from Jharkhand. Okay, right. In this case, what shall come into picture? IGST will come into picture. But who will levy that IGST? Central government will levy. Who will collect that? Central government will collect. Who will get the share? Central government and state. Which state government? Jharkhand state government, because GST is a consumption based, destination based tax. So where the consumption is happening, where destination is happening, where the goods or services are destined to, will get the revenue share. Shall we continue, everyone? That is what Article 269A. Now look at this, the theory part, what they give. Sir, goods and service tax on supplies in case of interstate trade or commerce shall be levied and collected by government of India. That is what central government we have discussed. Yes, Nora. And apportioned between whom? Union and states, in the manner as may be provided by Parliament on the recommendations of GST Council. And the amount apportioned as aforesaid to a state shall not form part of consolidated fund of India. That means whatever you are giving to state government, that is whose revenue? whatever money you are giving to state government, that is whose revenue? State revenue. Then how will you add it to consolidated fund of India? That is center's revenue. Correct? Your revenue is, my revenue is, my revenue. Okay. So like that. Okay. Fine. Let us move on to the next one. What is next one, ma? Amount collected as IGST used for payment of SGST. All these things. This is not relevant for you. Don't worry. These are not required points. Leave it. Not a problem. Okay. Clear, ma, till now? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? One second. One second. Not short commercial break. Break for breakfast. We'll take. Wait. I'm trying to change this color. The notes is already displayed. No, note 6. Are you clear till now? Online fellows? Online fellows, send thumbs up. Send some emojis. Prove that you are not sleeping. Okay. Ma, the notes okay, ra? Somebody was asking about notes. Yara notes ketadu. Okay, clear, ma. Fine. Shall we move on? Shall we move on? Yes. Next one. What is next one? Oh, 1 second, ra. GST network. Your Silambarasan yarda ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನುಪರ ಅವಳು ಅನುಪದಡ ರೀ ರೈಟ್ ಫೈನ್. So let us go with the next one. What is next one, ma? GST network. Yes, everyone, GST network. What is the next concept? So now the next topic, see, GST network. Mark this important, ra. Again, for theoretical aspect, important area, GST network. So what is this GST network? Ma, GST network is a section 8 company, actually. Do you remember section 8 of Companies Act? Section 8, not for profit, correct? So with charitable objects, any company incorporated with charitable objects. GST network is a company incorporated with charitable objects, which is a non-profit government owned organization. Okay. Now, sir, what is this main purpose of this GST network? GST network is a company which is incorporated to provide technology support to implementation of GST. Now we are maintaining this website gst.gov.in. All these websites are maintained by GST network. So this will act as a technology service provider for both central government, state government, as well as to the taxpayers. So the technology related everything these people will manage, ma. Please make sure you remember these points. Okay. Nothing conceptual things to be discussed there. Just make sure you remember that GST network concept. Mark it important. Next, need for GST. You just go through that once, ma. We cannot take a chance. Just go through that once. Taxes to be subsumed under GST. Very important topic. What are the taxes to be subsumed under GST, sir? Central taxes as well as state taxes. Very important point. Please remember this. What are the taxes levied by central government now subsumed into GST? Already discussed, Amma, this one in the morning session. Already discussed. No, right. So what are the taxes subsumed into GST? Sir, there is no more central excise duty, sir. Now it is only GST. When is central excise duty we were levying? Central excise duty will come into picture when? Excise duty will come when, ma? On manufacture, correct? Yes. Online students respond. Excise duty will come on manufacture. Now there is no central excise duty. It is only GST. Next, additional duty of excise. There is no more excise duty. It is only manufacture. Okay. Right. Next, excise duty levied under medicinal or toilet preparations or additional customs duties, service tax and surcharge. Now please understand, these are the taxes which are subsumed into GST. Okay. The taxes levied by central government as well as state government. There are taxes levied by central government which are now removed by GST, and there are taxes levied by state government which are eliminated because of GST. That means all these got merged into GST. So what are the state taxes now? State VAT, central sales tax. Ray, 1 second, Ra, 1 second, Ra. What these people are doing, I don't know. Central sales tax is levied by central government, Ra, not state government, Ra. Cha. It is not just CMA things, bro. కరుపు మూవీలో జస్ట్ గాడ్ థింగ్స్ అన్నారు అంత మరి యా నేతి పాత రైట్ నైస్ మూవీ నెక్స్ట్ పర్చేస్ ట్యాక్స్ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ ట్యాక్స్ లెవీడ్ మా 1 second entertainment tax other than those levied by local bodies. That means what? Entertainment tax is subsumed into GST except if it is levied by local bodies. What does it mean? Is that table venuna? Off பண்ணிட்ட switch off பண்ணிட்டேன் ஆஃப்ல தான் இருக்கு பத்ரம் entertainment tax levied by whom? State government is subsumed into GST. But if the entertainment tax is levied by local bodies, it is still existing. It is not subsumed into GST. When you go to movie, for example, yesterday imagine you went to Karupu movie. Okay. So if you see the ticket, there will be base price 100 rupees plus LBET, local body entertainment tax 10 rupees plus CGST plus SGST, like that you will find. That means this point is technically important for you. Remember, entertainment tax is still existing or not? It is existing, but it is levied by whom? Local bodies. That means what is subsumed into GST? Entertainment tax levied by state government. Earlier state government was levying. So state government levying entertainment tax is no more. Then what is there now? Local bodies. Simple. IPL ticket we are purchasing. On IPL ticket also you will find entertainment tax levied by local bodies is still existing. So entertainment tax levied by state government is subsumed into GST. Very important concept, please be careful. Next, luxury tax, entry taxes, tax on lottery, betting, gambling, advertisements, surcharge and cess, all these things are now subsumed into GST. Sir, one wrong point here is central sales tax. Central sales tax is levied by central government. In name itself it is there, central. Okay, it is not state taxes. Okay, shall we continue, ma? Now this is the next important point for you, sir, which are not subsumed. My repeat, very level important concept, which are taxes subsumed and not subsumed. You should definitely remember it. So what are not subsumed? Sir, even after GST, what is there? Basic customs duty. If you remember, customs duty. Sir, customs duty we have three things, sir. One is basic customs duty, countervailing duty, special countervailing duty or special additional duty. Okay, we can call, there are three things. In this, CVD and special additional duty or special countervailing duty, now this is subsumed and we are charging IGST instead of that. But basic customs duty is still there. That means if you import any goods, you will charge basic customs duty plus IGST. In customs duty, what and all subsumed into GST? CVD and SAD, countervailing duty and special additional duty. What is not subsumed? Basic customs duty. Clear? Right, super, very good. So this is basic customs duty is still existing. Very good. Next, research and development cess still there. Export duty still there. Anti-dumping duty, safeguard duty, all these things are types of customs duties. They are still existing. State excise duty still there. State excise duty on what we will charge? Manufacturing of alcoholic liquor. Okay, one point I remember after looking at this, sir, there is still central excise duty also. Not central liquor, array. Unprofessional fellow. Central excise duty on petroleum products and tobacco products. Central excise duty is still there. Okay, fine. Next, stamp duty, state taxes. Stamp duty is there, professional tax is there, motor vehicle tax. These taxes, I repeat, you should remember what is not there and also what is still there after GST. Shall we continue? Next, what are the other advantages of GST? Seamless flow of credit. That means what? Every fellow will take ITC. Next, competitive prices. Because of ITC, automatically prices will come down. Next, increase in, why increase in revenue? Because more and more taxpayers will come into this. We cover everything, so automatically revenue is increased to the government. Easy and straight. Sorry, I cannot teach this. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, easy and straightforward tax structure. Okay, theoretically it may be easy, but practically band baja bharat only. Right, next, one nation, one tax, one market. You know the punch dialogue, correct? One nation, one tax, one market. So but these things and all, you just make it OTP ra. One time padikala, oru tadava padikala. Okay. So OTP or one time reading ma, if you are from outside Tamil Nadu, one time reading. Okay. OTR. This is important topic. Benefits of GST has been tested also in exams. If you see what are the benefits of GST, ma, there are two different angles right here. What are the two different angles, na? Sir, because of GST for business and industry, what is the benefit? And for central and state government, what is the benefit? And for consumer, what is the benefit? That means for people doing business, what are the advantages? For government, what is the advantage? And for final customer, what is the advantage? Can you go through these simple points only? No technicalities involved. So what are the benefits for business and industry? Number one, easy compliances, uniformity of tax rates and structures. Because if you are doing business in Karnataka and Kashmir, rules are same. Earlier it was different, but it is same. So for you, uniformity of tax rates and structures, removal of cascading, that means no more tax on tax, improved competitiveness because reduction in prices, gain to manufacturers and exporters because you can set off the taxes easily, all that stuff. Okay. Next, for central and state government, what is the advantage? Simple and easy to administer, better controls on leakage, higher revenue efficiency, boost to Make in India initiative. If it was a regular batch, I would have told you logic for all the points, but now remember what is what. Okay, next, for consumers, what is the advantage? Single and transparent tax proportionate to the value of goods. Next, relief in overall tax burden. These are the two benefits. Okay, right. What are the salient features of GST? Destination based tax. You know, wherever the destination is there, the state will get the revenue. How do you find out the destination? Place of supply. Place of consumption is nothing but place of supply, correct? Right. Next, one nation, one tax. You know that dual GST model. What do you mean by dual GST model? Both central government and state government has the power to levy GST. That model is called dual GST. Across the globe, there are three models: central GST, state GST, dual GST. In India, we follow dual GST. Dual GST is a situation where both central government and state government will have the power to levy tax. Okay, right. Next, import and exports not required for you. Leave it. Rates of taxes not required. Tax on these and all not required. Okay. Free flow of credit. Other features not required. This GST compensation says should not be tested now, but still take it as OTP ra or OTR, Urdadava Padikla or one time reading. Okay. But do you remember GST compensation says this was levied by government to compensate the states for the loss they incur because of GST. Because of bringing GST, if state government suffer any loss, we have to compensate. Central government has to compensate the states. For that, central government needs revenue. Further, they brought a tax called GST compensation cess, but this is not on all goods, but this is only on pan masala, tobacco, cigarettes, coal or lignite, aerated waters. Aerated waters means water, cool drinks, motor, cars. On these things, they have brought GST compensation cess, but this is valid only till 31st March 2026. So there is no more GST compensation cess. Okay, now. Okay, right. So it should not be asked in the exam, but still, if they ask you, remember these goods names on which GST compensation cess should be charged. Right. Listen ma. Clear, Rama, this one. Just remember that. Next. Ma, how the states were getting compensation? If you remember the discussion, we discussed about base year 14-15 revenue we will take. See, first of all, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Because of introduction of GST, states are, oh, listen, because of GST, states are having the fear that, sir, our revenue will be they'll adjust it. நான் அந்த பல்ப் கிளாரிட்டி அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ண நினைக்கிறேன் நான் இன்னும். That just one more. Okay. Sorry, what was that we were discussing, sir? Because of introduction of GST, states were having a fear that we will lose revenue. For that, what central government has promised, if you lose revenue, we will compensate you. Sir, how will you know whether we have lost the revenue or not? You take a base year. Ma, this is not example, this is the fact. Base year 15-16. 14-15 irukunodu, right? So, fine, leave it. So you take one base year. Okay, in that year, what is the revenue you take? And every year there will be growth in revenue, correct, ma? Growth rate they have agreed is 14%, ma. Ma, remember these terms actually. Growth rate, oi, growth rate 14% is the accepted growth rate. It is not example. Okay, so projected growth with growth rate, what is the projected revenue? For example, 1920 financial year, without GST, you should have earned 169 crores, but with GST actual revenue for us is 143 crores. Imagine. Then what is the difference? What is the shortfall? 26 crores. That 26 crores central government will compensate the states. For that purpose, they levied a tax called GST compensation cess. Clear? That is what GST compensation says. Now they have given some questions here. Third question, go through that. Question number 3, ma. I have marked it now. I will share this PDF. You don't worry. If you have textbook, you mark it along with that parallelly. Next, this one. What are the commodities which are kept out of GST? As of now, liquor and petrol. Liquor and petrol both doesn't have GST, but on liquor you don't have power itself, but on petrol you have the power, still you have not utilized. Next, remaining things okay, you leave it one. 16th question, mark it important. Okay, then this is the latest, I guess. Your edition is maybe little bit older version. You go through this. GST Council, same thing. GST Council role enhanced. What is the role of GST Council? Okay. Next, MCQs paklama. Shall we see the MCQs? You don't turn the pages now. I will show you the question. Okay. You don't turn the pages na, ninga page thirumbadunga artham. Yes, ma. Listen. Oi. What is the answer, ma? Which Constitution Amendment Act paved the? One not? Okay. Next. Which article was newly inserted in the Constitution to grant concurrent powers? See, first of all, that A is there? No. All these are the new articles. 246 Schedule 7 gives power. Same way 246A also gives power for GST. So 246A, listen carefully. Power to make laws. 246A. 269A is regarding IGST levy and collection. Levy and apportionment. Do you remember? Levied by central government, collected by central government, apportioned between center and states. And 279A is 279A GST Council. Okay, GST Council. Everybody, shall we continue? Right. 246 one, the list. Okay, list 1, list 2. That Schedule 7 is there? No. List 1, 2. Correct. Why to leave that alone? Okay. So these are the articles, very important. Please remember them. Right. Next. So what is answer ma here? 246A. Next, In case of interstate supply of goods or services, who has the exclusive powers to make laws regarding GST? Mm-hmm. Who has exclusive? Hey, interstate supply of goods. Who has the exclusive power to make law? GST Council will not make law. It will only take decisions and will give recommendation. GST Council will not make law. Okay. 246A, do you remember? Intrastate, both center and state. Interstate, only center. Intrastate, both center and state. Okay. So here, what is answer? Option C. Next. Dabba question Intrastate supply, central government levy what? That's all. Simple. Question is what? Intrastate supply. Center will levy what? CGST. Normally intra means CGST plus SGST. In that center will levy what? I repeat, MCQs are the dangerous questions for you in exam. Why? Because while reading question, if you do one small mistake also, the answer will go wrong. So be careful while reading the question. It is not like you don't know the concept. You know the concept, but you read the question wrong. So please be careful there. Right. Next, what is next one? One second. Online students, how many of you are still awake? Send the message here. Good morning message you send here. Good morning. One good morning message here. Everyone. Online students, how many of you are awake? Send good morning message here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Like this, you should reply for this MCQs also. Right, do book fellows. Okay, right. No, just option you type. Don't worry about these people are forwarding or shouting the answers. You don't worry. You just send the option. Right. What is the next one? Option. Which of the following taxes was not subsumed into GST at the state level? What is that option? Option A, B, C, D, online fellows. What is that option? Option C. Option D, professional tax. Entertainment tax levied by state also subsumed. Entertainment tax levied by local bodies is not subsumed. So here state tax which is not subsumed still. Sir, professional tax. Okay, right. Next, what is next one? GST Council is chaired by whom? Prime Minister, Union Finance Minister, your state Chief Minister, Governor of RBI. Option A, B, C, D. B for Bombay. Okay. Basha. B for Basha. Okay, right. So option B. Next one. What is next one? GST is a value-added tax levied on the dash of goods and services. When GST will come into picture? Manufacturer, sale, supply, movement. Supply. Option C. Very good. Online students. Now they woke up. Okay, fine. Next. Which of the following taxes levied by central government has been subsumed into GST? Basic customs duty? No. Central excise duty? Yes. Property tax, state government income tax subsumed into GST? No. So option B for central excise duty. Okay, that is what the option. Clear? You may feel sir is teaching such simple things, but those are important things for you. Okay, that means one life lesson for us is whatever is easy is good for health. Okay, but what we choose always, whatever is okay, right, like studying CMA. Okay. Ninth question. What is ninth question? 279A. 279A is all about what? 279A is all about what? GST Council. So you should incorporate GST Council. Who should incorporate? President of India. Within how many days? 60 days. Yes, 60 days is the correct answer. Of course, while discussing, I did not teach, but you might have read their correct. Within 60 days. Yes. Shall we continue, ma? Next. Remember that GST Council should have been set up within 60 days. Next. What is next one? Basha. What is option? The online fellows respond. Online waiting for your response. So what is the answer, ma? Option B. Okay, of course, dual GST situation, what I told already is that center and state both together levy the tax. That is what dual GST. With this, we are done with the first chapter, basics. Okay, successfully. Yes. So I am telling you honestly, you know, at least 10 marks we have covered. At least out of 50 marks, no doubt, at least 10 marks we have covered, right? Let us move on to the next one. See, as I have already written here on the board, you may not see it online, fellows. The first target was to finish basics and basics over. Okay. Now, schedule one question sets, all right. Whatever we have marked here important, that you just read. Okay. Next, schedule 1. But see, as I read here for you online students, what are the important concepts which are primary target? Basics, you help me in that. Next one, schedule 1, schedule 3, RCM, composition scheme, place of supply. PO is na place of supply, VO is na value of supply, customs valuation. These 8 are our first target. And out of this 8, if you study, almost 35 marks will be over. Almost, for sure. Okay. Now, first basics we have covered. Now, to make sure to keep you awake still, let me go with value of supply. Okay. Then only you will stay a little bit awake, all that stuff. Okay, we'll take value of supply. Shall we move on? Right. Let us move on to value of supply. Value of supply. Do you remember the concept, Ra? But do you remember the concept by any chance? Yes. Shall we do the questions on that value of supply? But here for you in value of supply, see there are two things. See, value of supply section, what is the section number? 15. In 15, subsection 1, 2, 3, one concept. Subsection 4 is different concept, valuation rules. Okay. So we'll discuss first 1, 2, 3 concept problems, and then we'll discuss subsection 4 also, the valuation rules. Okay, shall we continue? Right. Straight away, let us take the problems. Okay, right. Straight away, shall we do the problems? While doing problems, let us learn the concept also. Okay, right. Or one quick revision of concept for you. Just look at this. Yes. This is section 15. Value of supply. Hope online fellows you are following. Send one thumbs up, online fellows. Right. Value of supply. But generally, understand, sir, to charge GST, we need some value because GST is a rate. Rate should be always imposed on a value. So what is the value of supply? Sir, law says, section 15 says, take transaction value as value of supply. What should be taken as value of supply? Transaction. But your doubt will be, sir, what is transaction value? Transaction value means simple. Whatever the price we are charging between supplier and recipient. Now you imagine I am selling my iPad to you for 1 rupee. Will you take it value of supply? We will take that as value of supply when you both are not related. And when the price is the sole consideration. That means only monetary consideration. I repeat, when transaction value will be taken as value of supply? Supplier and recipient are not related and price is the sole consideration. These two conditions satisfied now, you will take transaction value as value of supply. What if any condition is violated? All that we will see 15 subsection 4 valuation rules. Shall we continue? So I repeat, listen. What is transaction value ma? Price actually charged, paid or payable. But what are the conditions ma to take this price? Supplier and recipient must not be related, and price is the clearer. That case what you will take? Transaction value as value of supply. Simple. But for this the law says, sir, 5 inclusions are there, sir, 1 exclusion is there, sir. What are the inclusions? Do you remember ma? All taxes. Guys, remember. Don't remember this like plus and minus. It should be included or excluded. That's all. You tell me, it should be included. Listen carefully. It should be included. Already included. What will you do? It should be included. Already included. Ignore. Eat 5-star. Do nothing. Simple. Okay. You should not do anything. It should be included but not included. Clear? So don't have always thought process of plus. Sometimes it is already included there. That time you should ignore. Shall we continue ma? Sir, it should be excluded but it is included. Minus. Okay, subtract. It should be excluded but already excluded. Ignore. It should be excluded, already excluded. Then what? You need not do anything. You just ignore it. Clear? Shall we continue? What and all should be included? You repeat along with me. How many inclusions ma? 5 inclusions. How many exclusion? 1 exclusion. It is like Pandavas and Draupadi. That's all. 5 inclusions and 1 exclusion. What are the inclusions? Number 1. All taxes. Whatever tax you see, you add that. But don't add GST. Okay, don't add GST. Because we are calculating value to charge GST. So in that again you should not charge GST. So all taxes other than GST and other than TCS under income tax. Very important adjustment for you. TCS under income tax. Shall we continue everyone? This should be added. So what will you add? Any tax other than? In exam most common tax you see is municipal tax ma. First I'll give you 10 minutes overview of the concept, then we'll go to the problems. Okay. Most common adjustment you see in the problem is municipal tax. You will include it or you will not include it? We should include. If it is already included, ignore. Simple. Okay, right. Next, what is the next one? Payment by recipient on behalf of the whose obligation? Supplier obligation. Who is paying? Then you should add it to the value of supply. I am selling some furniture to you. I should pay to the raw material supplier some 4 lakh something. You are going and paying to him. I gave invoice to you 6 lakhs. You gave to the raw material supplier how much? 4 lakhs. So total what is the value of supply? 10 lakhs. Because my obligation of that 4 lakhs you are going and paying. Obligation of supplier discharged by one more time. Obligation of discharged by what we should do? Add it to the value of supply. Super. Third one, incidental expenses incurred by supplier recovered from transportation charges, packing charges, testing charges, whatever. But who should incur that ma? Supplier. But he should recover it from? I did not recover, sir. Don't add it. That's all. Clear array? If you don't recover it, don't add it. Now first point and third point, listen carefully. You should have actually charged that to the recipient. If you have not charged it to the recipient, then you will not add. Third point, you have incurred. If you are not recovering separately packing charges, separately transportation charges, will you add that? No. Whatever you have received is deemed to be including that only. Okay, packing all these things. Next, interest, late fees, penalty for what? Delay in payment of? In GST, interest will come in how many cases? 2 cases. One is for late payment. The other is for giving loans, extending loans, advances, deposits. Oh, listen carefully. You are going and buying a mobile phone, EMI basis. Bajaj Finance charging interest. You are going and purchasing mobile, Purvika mobile, saying no problem, pay late. But pay late payment fees or penalty or interest, whatever you call. So interest will come in 2 cases. One is late payment, the other is extending loans, advance, deposits. This is delay in payment of consideration. This is extending loans. Extending loans is interest exempt under GST. Extending loan exempt. Extending loan exempt. Interest on home loan exempt. Interest on car loan, gold loan, personal loan, credit card taxable. Interest on credit card is taxable. Remaining all interest is exempt under GST. But here what is the interest? Extending loan or delay in payment of? Delay in payment of consideration. This should be added to the value of supply only if you have recovered from the recipient. Sir, recipient did not give me, sir. I asked the late fees 5,000, sir. That fellow told, Ray, for your goods, payment itself is too much. Late fees and all are not possible, get lost. Then what will you do? You will not add. So I repeat, interest on delayed payment of, if not received, you will not add. Okay. If not received, you will not add it. Am I clear? Next, last fifth point is what? Subsidy. Listen carefully. Subsidy. In subsidy, there are 2 points. First thing, it should be directly linked to price. Second thing, it should be received from any person other than government, central government or state government. So you tell me, subsidy should be first directly linked to price. In question, be careful. They will say this is not linked to price. Or by the questions are setting up the factory, using the electricity properly, or government give subsidy for less utilization of petrol and diesel. All these things are not linked to price. If that is linked to price only, you should add. And that also should be paid by whom? Any person other than central government and state government. Clear? Then you will add it. So what are the two conditions for subsidy? It should be directly linked to price. Second one, ma? Other than receive from other than central government or state government. Shall we continue, everybody? Yes. Listen. How many inclusions? 5 inclusions. Quickly, let us discuss all the 5 inclusions fast. First one, all taxes other than GST and TCS under income tax. Number two, obligation of discharged by recipient. Number three, incidental expenses incurred by supplier recovered from recipient. Fourth one, interest for late payment, delayed payment of consideration. Fifth one, subsidy should be directly received from other than central government and state government. Super. These things are the inclusions. And last final one is what? Exclusion. Exclusion is what, ma? Discount. Discount will be excluded, but discount is given 2 cases. One is at the time of supply, two is after the supply. At the time of supply, if you have given the discount, I have one small request, sir. What is that? Show that discount separately in the invoice. Are you understanding the point, ma? Show that discount separately in the invoice. Okay. No, sir. Discount is given after the supply, sir. Then 3 conditions are there. What are the 3 conditions? You should know about this discount at the time of supply itself. Discount gave after the supply. Discount is given after the supply, but you know about this discount at the time of supply only. Okay, this should be as per the terms already agreed. Second one, this discount should be related to one particular invoice. You should identify this discount is related to which invoice, like that. Third one, recipient should have reversed proportionate ITC. Am I clear? You tell me, discount is given in how many cases? Hey, discount is given in how many cases, ra? One is at the time of supply or after. At the time of supply, will you exclude it? Yes. But what is the condition? Show that separately in the invoice. Clear? After the supply, will you exclude it from the value of supply? Yes. But there are, what are the 3 conditions? Number one, as per the terms of the agreement already agreed. Number two, related to invoice. Number three, proportionate ITC to be reversed by the recipient. Am I clear? Right, let us move on to the problem. Shall we see the problem, Ra? Yes, let us move on to the problem. Mm. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Ma, all the PDFs you will get, don't worry. Yes. Okay, ma, listen, ma. Next, yes, let us move on to the question. Look at this question, ra. Page number, page number 180. 180, ma, page number 180. Look at this, ma, look at this. Oh, look at this, everyone, everyone, look at this. Look at this first. 180. In your book, if there is any different page, you tell me. 18. Value of supply topic, ra. Come near somewhere 180 only. Mm. My in your books may be different page number actually. 120 something like that. You just come and search first. 126. 126. My online students, try this problem. Try this problem. Try this problem. Everybody, everybody. I want answer for this. Without Ray, if you have the books, you should not search the answer. Page number 126, Amma. 126 or any other page. You got the problem. Otherwise, look at the screen. Look at the screen and do this problem, everybody. Yes, 126. Very good. Whatever the page number, look at the screen. Look at the screen. Shall we do it together? No, first you only try. You do it wrong first. Then I will teach. Below the table also there are certain points. Check that. Maybe right. Don't remember the answer. Let us see. Online students, send your answers in the chat box. Exactly 1 lakh. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Online students waiting for the answers. I will definitely send this notes PDF. Don't worry. All the notes PDFs you will get. Don't worry. Yes, you're taking too much of time. Online students respond, Ray. Comment in the chat box. Don't worry about the answer, whether it is correct or not. Whatever you got, you just send in the chat box. Shall I reveal the answer? Online students, I'm waiting for your responses. Prarthana, very good. Deepak, very good. Lata, very good. I'm saying very good because you have replied. I don't know the correct answer still. Okay. Very good. Now everyone, very good. Kalaimati, Manimuthu. Very good, very good. Yes. Shall we see the answer? What is the answer? 11 lakh. Most of you are giving the same answer. This should be the answer. Let me check. First, tell me, list price. What should we do with this list price? That is the price which we have to take into consideration. Okay. Yes. Listen, Ra. List price we have to consider. Taxes levied by municipal authorities. All taxes other than GST and TCS. Correct? So this should be added. GST we will not add, we will ignore it. Packing charges not included in the price, so we will incidental expenses. Subsidy 40,000 from NGO on sale of such goods. Subsidy first directly linked to price. Second one from NGO other than central government and state government. Okay. If they don't give this is linked to price, you should not assume this is not linked to price. Don't make negative assumptions. Okay, if it is not linked to price, they will give you that it is not linked to price, or this is for setting up factory, this is for consumption of electricity, all these things. Okay, next, the price of 10,000 is after consider this is the important point here. After considering subsidy is different, after including subsidy is different. After considering means I know that I will get 40,000 subsidy, still I am charging list price 10 lakhs. That means I want this 40,000 also, I want this 10 lakhs also. After including is different, after considering is different. Clear? So here it is after including, after considering. That means it is already included there or not included? Not included. I know I will get 40,000 subsidy. I am considering that fact and telling 10 lakhs. Okay, after considering is different, after including is different. For you, the spoon feeding is here. Subsidy you may do mistakes. What are the areas where you can go wrong, or how to handle that concept? Na sir, subsidy when they say price is after considering, that means I will send HD quality, don't worry. Okay, right, trust me on this. Okay, fine. So after considering means it is not after including. You should not feel it is included already, let me not do anything. After considering is different, after including is different. If they say included, that means included. If they say considered, it is not included there. And they may use the word net of subsidies. Mostly these are the varieties they will use in the problem. Net of subsidies. Gross profit, net profit, what is the difference? Gross profit minus expenses, then you will get net profit. Correct? Net of subsidies means what? Sir, you have minused already subsidies. That means subsidies are removed. Correct? Net of subsidies means subsidies are not included. You should see whether we should add or not. Okay, clear? So these are the three different varieties you may see in the question. Shall we proceed? However, because we came to this, let me teach one related point related to interest also. Interest, this one we have discussed already. Extending loans, advances, deposits exempt. Delayed payment of consideration taxable, will be added to the value of supply, but condition is you should have received it from the customer. Now interest, another important adjustment in problems. Sir, if they say in the question interest paid 10,000, on interest you should pay GST 18% or something, whatever it is. That means 10,000 plus 18% interest GST you should pay. Correct? but they said interest paid 10,000. That means you paid only 10,000. Then what about extra GST? You should assume that it is already included in that. Why you tell me price is 10,000 plus GST 1,800. Customer should pay you how much? 11,800. Customer gave you only 10,000. Will you go and tell to government, sir, customer did not pay GST, sir, so I am not paying you? Government will say that 10,000 itself you assume includes your price also, my GST also. You do reverse calculation into 100 by 118. Take your price. Balance my GST, give it to me. So in questions be careful. If they use word just interest paid, that means it is including GST. If they say, sometimes they will give problem, interest 10,000, interest 5,000, something, all particulars, everything. At the end of the question they will say, all the amounts given above are excluding taxes. Above in table there is interest 5,000, 10,000. Including tax or excluding tax? Excluding tax. Because bottom of the question they give no one note. What is that? All the amounts given above are excluding taxes. So you should be careful with interest calculation. If they said paid only this much, it is including GST. Sometimes they will give this is excluding GST. You be careful with the question. Shall we proceed? Sure. Let us see the continue the questions. So now you tell me, what should we do here? Subsidy. Is it already included or not included? Included or not included? Online fellows respond included, yes or no? Just type yes or no. Included or not included? Not included. Correct? Is it linked to price? Yes, because there is no negative statement here, not linked to price or something like that. And it is received from central government and state government? No. That means you should add this. Okay, we should add back that. Super, we will add that. So 10 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 20,000 plus 40,000. Total how much? 11 lakh. And RG Limited provides 2% discount on. Listen. Look at the question, everyone. When you see this type of percentage, important thing is that is on what? Because interest 18% on what? Discount 2% on what is important? On list price is how much? On 10 lakhs it is 2%. Most of the cases students what they will do, they will add everything minus 2% they will put. That should not be the case. Discount is on list price. Shall we continue? So what is the answer? Answer is 11 lakh 40,000. Yes, 11 lakh 40,000. Am I clear? Shall we go with the next question? Right, super, very good. Let us see the next question. Super, look at this. Everybody look at this. Page number 193. For you, it should be 135. Page number 135. Take this question. Following are the particulars relating to one of the machines sold by S Limited to A Limited. 193 for you. 135. Yes, 135. Everyone take 135. Do it very peacefully, little bit technically, little bit tricky one. Be careful in reading the question. Don't get motivated or tempted to check the answer before solving. Done, ma? Everybody? Done? Hmm. What is the answer? Online students give some replies. Very good. What is your answer? Offline fellows? 9 lakh? 880. Answer பார்த்து பண்ணீங்களா இப்படி? How did you? No? Okay, right. Fine, ma. Very good. Correct answer. Right. Let us move on to the next one. Clear? Any doubts in this? Anybody having any doubts? Interest or something you should have done mistake. Oh, let us see this. 1 second. Palakulu. Yes. Look at this question. Ma. Together we'll do this. Hmm? Right. Question. Someone read this. Basha bhai. When Mahalakshmi read this question. Ma. Question. Look at the screen and read. Enough. No, at least I'm trying to give some rest for my throat. Okay. Why limited Mumbai? Okay. This is from other than central government, state government. This is central government. So subsidy from central. Re. Yaar adu 29 vechadu AC. Ma. Re Rahul. Ah. You are in Chennai, ra, not Ooty Kodaikanal, ra. This one, ma. Wait. Yes, ma. Listen. Sir, subsidy from government we will ignore. But subsidy from other central government, state government, anybody else? Yes, we have to include. Next, items not adjusted in list price. Taxes levied by municipal authority. X packing charges. Late fees paid by the recipient of supply for delayed payment of invoice. Here, one point is, sir, already. Subsidies are already. One second. Adjusted in the list price. None actually. Just CMA textbook things. Okay, right. So, listen, ma. Already adjusted here, they gave the word. Okay, it should have been more clear actually. See, adjusted means already you have clearly gave the adjustments. Okay, so now according to the question properly, you can understand in the way list price 12,40,000, subsidy from central government. Generally, what you should do? Ignore it. Okay, others add. This fellow gave heading items already adjusted in list price, and this should be ignored. Correct only. Here, then why should you give this heading already adjusted in? So Technically framing of the question is not correct. Leave it, but in main exam don't worry, mostly framing will be proper only. Okay, right. Next, these things are fine. See, this is the only place where they have made a mistake. Okay, right, that sentence is not correct there. Next, shall we move on, ma? Have you understood that? Okay, ignore their ignorance. Come to this illustration, ma. What is the next one? Look at this. What is next one? What is next one? Sir, PQR heavy engineering. Illustration you have or you did not have that, ma? You don't have, no problem. Here, look at this. Let us do it together. PQR heavy engineering Mumbai supplied a machine to ABC Limited Pune on 10th Jan. List price is 15 lakhs exclusive of all taxes and discounts, additional charges. Municipal oh, municipal taxes, what should we do? Add. Okay. Next, packing charges, special crate, design and engineering charges, pre-delivery, TCS collected under income tax, ignore. GST charged, ignore. So what is the total value of supply? Clear, very good, simple. Okay, right. So that is what the concept. Okay. Oh, one more question is there. Just look, ma, this is simple one, ma. Look at this treatment, subsidies treatment, ma. Solaris Power Limited selling solar panels. List price is 2 lakhs. Subsidy they have received 50,000 from central government. Green energy scheme. The list price is after considering the subsidy. Subsidy from government, what you will do? Straight away ignore only, correct? Here, whether it is linked to price or not linked to price, it has to be ignored because it is from central government or state government. Next, 30,000 from Clean Earth NGO. List price is after considering. Add it to the, yes. Liability. Solaris Power was liable to pay 10,000 to a raw material transporter, but the buyer paid this directly on behalf of Solaris Power. Obligation of supplier discharged by recipient. That's all. Okay, right. Look at this one. Next one. Are you able to see this question? 1 second. Look at this one. Price of the laptop. Wholesaler supplying 100 laptops on 15th October. Price per laptop is 40,000. Discount policy. Trade discount and see, first of all, in GST there is no such word called trade discount and cash discount in GST. Okay, just discount given at the time of supply, after the supply. So first one, what is it? 5% discount on invoice date. That means at the time of supply. Show it separately in the invoice and exclude that. Next, cash discount. 2% given of the price if payment is made within 30 days. The retailer paid it on 20th October. You are selling it on 15th October. Paying it on 20th October. So this discount is given at the time of supply, after the supply. After the supply. But they are already discussing, I will give you 2% discount if you make payment within 10 days. It is as per the terms of the agreement already. Two more conditions should be satisfied. It is linked to invoice here. This is linked to a particular invoice. Yes. Recipient should do. Third condition, recipient should reverse the proportionate ITC and he can exclude that. Okay. That is what the concept. Clear? So both are excluded provided other conditions are satisfied. Okay, that is with respect to that. 1 second, ma. I want to see two more questions at least on this. This is your CMA workbook actually. Look at this question, ma. Ma, look at this, everyone. Sir, Pink Sugar Limited, Chennai. I know Pink Salt, Pink Sugar first time I'm seeing. Okay, so Pink Sugar Limited of Chennai, registered supplier manufacturing chocolates and biscuits, provides the following details of taxable interstate supply made by it for the month of. Okay, what are those things? List the price of the goods. Same problem we have seen, values alone changed, amma. Okay, right. Let us do it. 12 lakh 40,000 is the list price. Items already adjusted in the price above, but subsidy from central government we will ignore. Subsidy from trade association, add. Items not adjusted, add. Packing charges, late fees, delayed, yet to be received. Only when you receive, only time of supply will come for this. Do you remember? Late fees. Otherwise, it will not be added. Here, see, one point you should be very careful is, this is for the month of October. And they are asking you the question, value of taxable for the month of October. In October month, you have not yet received that interest. Okay. For interest, if you remember time of supply concept, interest for delayed payment of consideration. Sir, the time of supply is only when you receive that interest, not before that. Okay, so in October month, you have not yet received that interest. So that will not be value of supply. 13 lakh 72,000. Shall we continue? When you are doing problem, be careful for which month you are doing the calculations, because some information may be related to next month or the previous month. Okay, ma? Ma, everybody understood that point, ara? Online students, late fee. In this case, have you understood why late fees is not added, Rishika? Rishika, respond. Have you understood why we have not added here? You have asked before, late fees. Okay. Yes, yes, others respond, ma. Respond. Hmm? Sorry, ma. Hmm. That is what. They are already adjusted, means they are assuming it is not adjusted, ma. Let us not comment on their knowledge. See, there is no bloody respect for this line in this problem. Correct? They told items after adjusting this, and they give one more line, not adjust. Both are contradictory points, but you are doing the same treatment. Correct? So just ignore their ignorance. In exam, by worst case, if they ask like this, you go with their same pattern, because we are not in a position to fight with them, Frida. We want marks, that's all. Okay, so let us not fight against them. After the question is over, solution is over, write a note there. It is assumed that items already adjusted in the price given above are not included in that list price, for safe side. Okay, clear. So that way, let us not worry about that. Yes, look at this last problem in this concept. Let us go with the next new concept. Last problem. Yes. 1 second, let us do it together. Sonam, Kolkata, October. Okay. Sonam. Okay, we are not talking about any related persons here. Okay, this is okay. Sonam registered supplier in Kolkata and October month. Okay, listen. Price of the goods supplied. The item given below have not. The items given below have not been included in the price. This line, if you have given here as a second point, would have been better. Okay. So what is it, ma? 6 lakhs. Next, taxes other than GST. Add. Next, GST levied, ignore. Packing expenses charged separately, add. Discount 1% on the price of the goods separately recorded. 1% on 6 lakh is 6,000. Minus 6,000. Next, subsidy received from. The moment you see state government, just get lost. Ignore. 6 lakh 24, 800. Correct. Super. That's all. with this we are done with this value of supply 15 subsection 1 2 3. In subsection 4 valuation rules are there. There's some key points are important that we will discuss. MCQ related areas they can test that. Shall we do that, ma? Subsection 4, do you remember anything regarding insurance policies, air travel agent? No, no, you have not attended that class, leave it. Any money exchange dealer, foreign currency dealer concept? uh அப்படியாரா valuation rules you came ra? Indian rupees involved, not involved, 1%, RBA reference rate, something like that. படிச்ச மாதிரி எதுவும் ஞாபகம் இல்லையா? And one more thing, the MCQ they are testing, let me keep that for last. Let me take a different concept. Okay, remind me later on at the end of this evening. I'll just try to take it up. Shall we move on, ma? Yes, ma, listen. Valuation rules you just remind me later on. Valuation rules GST. Okay, so normal value of supply is done. Okay, let us quickly go through schedule 1 and 3. You want any small break? Small break means not half an hour break, 2.5 minutes strategic timeout, that's all. Okay. Oh, it will be right, sorry. Okay, fine. So yes, let us go for a strategic timeout, 2.5 minute break, that's all. Please explain again. Which one, ma? Prarthana, which one? Which point you're asking? Yes, you can break for a small kutti break. We'll resume in another 2.5 minutes. Yes, Prarthana, what was your doubt, ma? Ma, yes. Listen, ma. Resi, understand, because in one day I should try to cover as much as possible. So I may be rushing through certain things, assuming that you have already read that once at least, or something is there in your memory. With that assumption, I am rushing through that. So please don't misunderstand me. Yes, I'll try to keep up the speed according to your understanding levels. Okay. Now we have finished value of supply. Some questions, correct? Some students got the doubts, are in exam also it will be like the same, because we're getting answers here surprisingly. Okay, in main exam also we'll get the answer or not, na? You will get the answer. The only thing is, see, we are discussing the concept now, immediately we are doing the problem. That is the only reason you are getting the answer. Okay, right, fine. December 2025 exam question. Let us do it together. You help me how to do it. First we should go with the name. The biggest disaster in Prabhas career. Salar, adiyum tandi punidamanadu. Okay. Radesh, you won't believe, after watching the trailer I have decided I should not watch this movie. Okay, Salar will be good only. Radhesham is like disaster to the core. Okay, leave it. One second. One good example where producers should be cost accountants. Why? Because for a love story, so much budget movie, utter waste. Producer don't know the costing there. Okay, ma Bahubali movie na, you could have invested crores. There is a meaning, sense for that. It makes sense. For love story, you are investing so much of money, so many crores. Utter waste. Okay, leave it. Let us not worry about that. Coming to Radhesham and Sons. Okay, Radhesham and avanga payangal. Okay, a registered dealer furnishing the following information relating to goods sold by it to Ganesh Limited. One important thing you should do is, you should first identify who is the seller, who is the buyer, who is the supplier, who is the recipient. Who is the supplier, pa? Recipient? Ganesh. Okay, you tell me first, what is the first one? List price of the goods exclusive of GST and discounts, 8,50,000. Subsidy received from central government directly linked to price. This is a motivating line for you in the exam. Directly linked to price, add. No, it is from central government, ignore. Subsidy received from an NGO directly linked to price, yeah, super, add. Late fees for delayed payment. Though Ganesh Limited made late payment, but these charges are waived by Radhesham, ignore. Very good. Next, amount incurred by Ganesh Limited is what? Supplier or recipient? recipient for post delivery inspection charges incurred post receipt of goods by you tell me I have sold goods to you. After taking the goods in the godown, you do whatever you want, ma. Will I add that to value of supply? Then what should we do with this? Expenses incurred till the supply, not after. After I sell the goods, you do whatever you want. All I cannot add it to my value of supply. What should we do with this? Ignore this point. Fifth point. Everybody understood? Online fellows respond fast, 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 fast. I repeat, goods are given to Ganesh, recipient. Recipient, after taking the delivery, whatever he wants, he will do. All that we cannot add it to the value of supply. Clear? Right. Next, what is next one? Weightage charges, actually. Weighing charges paid to weightiest. I am looking at this word for first time in my life, seriously. Okay, just CMA things. No, yesterday I went to Karupu movie. I told no, in that Surya will do one magic there. RJ Balaji will come and ask, "What are you doing?" Just got things, bro. Like that. Just CMA things. Okay, right. Weighment charges paid to Karthik Limited by Ganesh Limited on behalf of Radheshams. That word on behalf of should give you the hint. Obligation of supplier discharged by the recipient. So recipient Ganesh is paying on behalf of supplier. So we will add it to the value of supplier. Discount 2% on list price. See, such a generous fellow, this fellow examiner. He's worried whether 2% you will apply on some other figure. He is giving in brackets. Ray on 8,50,000 you apply 2%. Okay, right. And one mistake everybody does here is not reading the balance portion. With reference to GST law, you are required to analyze the value of supply made by Radhesham and Sons. Items given in point number 427, not 4 and 7. Students generally does mistake here. 4 and 7 they will take. 427. Okay, 427 here. Late fees, all these things are there. No, are not considered while arriving at the list price of the goods given in point number 1. But point number 2 and 3 deducted. That means 2 and 3 subsidy is not included already. If you want to include that. Otherwise, ignore. That is only we are also doing. That fellow is presenting it in a more technical way just to confuse you. Okay, whatever calculation you did till now is absolutely correct. Okay, and this is nothing but just to confuse you, some extra information, but still you are done with the question. What is the answer, ma? 8,50,000 plus 40, 8,90,000. 8,90,000 plus 20,000. 9,10,000. 9,10,000 minus 2% of how much, ma? 899, 93. That's all. Online students, correct, or I got some trust issues with people here. No, if I say like that, at least they will respond. Okay. Others respond 8,93,000. Right, correct, perfect. And here one more important point. Whatever the problem you have done, whatever the adjustments you have done, what is the last line in the question? Brief notes for treatment given for each item should form part of your answer. That means why did you not adjust this? Simple. Here, suppose late fees for delayed payment. What did you do? You ignored here. Correct? Why did you ignore? So you should write there. Late fees for delay in payment of consideration shall be added to value of supply only if it is received from the recipient. In the given case, it is not received, hence it is not included. This explanation is very important. You write the exam, expect some marks. In the result, if something it is altogether different, your seniors or your friends also would have told, I will score 70, 80. Final mark is 38, 39. Why? Because we put only numbers, sir. We will not write working notes. Working notes will carry marks. So please be very careful. Shall we continue, ma? Right. So this is value of supply, past exam question. Shall we move on, everybody? 6A, 6B you want to see? Yeah? Yes. Discuss in brief the concept and features of, we have discussed, no pinch, all that points. Inflationary in nature, regressive in nature, wider tax base, all that. Next, what is next one? List the 5 central and state taxes that were subsumed in the GST regime, and also list any 5 central tax, 5 state tax which are subsumed into GST, for any taxes which are not subsumed into GST. Profession tax, property tax, state excise duty, central excise duty, that is subsumed, but they have given in a different way. Okay, right. Basic customs duty, not subsumed into GST. Okay, you tell me, man, these are 14 mark worth? Absolutely no. Why? Because in GST there are still so many important areas where you should test students. Just CMA things. Okay, right. Shall we move on? Everybody, shall we move on? Yes, yes, yes. Let us move on to the next one. You wanna try this 7th question, huh? We'll try that later. Wait. Now move on. Let us move on to schedule 1. Shall we move on to schedule 1, everyone? Everybody, do you remember schedule 1? Schedule 1, Lara, in next, yes, schedule 1. What is the next one? Schedule 1. What is schedule 1? Online students, respond. Schedule 1. Supply without consideration. That is schedule 2. Either SOG or SOS. Schedule 3 is neither SOG nor SOS. Forget your books. Just focus on me. Listen, everyone. First thing. Section 7 talks about supply. 7 subsection 1 talks about supply. Now listen carefully, everyone. Section 7 subsection 1 talks about supply. Why we should read supply concept? Because supply is the taxable event under GST. Just like in case of excise duty, you manufacture excise duty. You export and import customs duty. Same way in GST. When GST will be levied? When there is supply. Okay? When there is supply. Supply is defined in where? 7 subsection 1. In 7 subsection 1, mainly clause A, B, C talks about supply. In middle there is one more fellow, clause AA. Let us not worry about that fellow, not greatly relevant for you also. Now, look at this. Okay. Now, sir, what is section 7, ma? Supply in section 7, which is a subsection mainly talking about that? Subsection 1. Okay. In subsection 1, how many clauses we are going to see? Generally 4 clauses are there: A, AA, B and C. AA alone, let us keep it aside. A, B, C, important things. In that, clause C is very important. I will quickly take you through all these 3 clauses. Just pay attention to what I am speaking. Clause A talks about, sir, if you want to charge GST, there should be supply. Supply means whatever you supply, there should be goods or service. For this, there should be consideration. And it should be done in the course of furtherance of business. You are seeing everything here from whose point of view? Supplier point of view. From supplier point of view, if I am selling some goods or selling some services for a consideration in the course of business, then it is supply. Simple. It is supply. Clear? I am selling this t-shirt to my brother for 50 rupees. This is not in the course of business, ra. My brother is asking, Ray, for you this t-shirt you have used long time now, I also want to wear it, give me. Just 100 rupees, ra. Renting, ra. Is it supply, ma? This is not in the course of business. Whatever you do in the personal capacity is not a supply. You are selling your second-hand car to someone. Is it business for you? Sir, you are doing business. In the business, you purchased one car. Now you are selling that car. That is business. Personal capacity or business will come only for individuals, ma. For all other fellows, it is business only. Only individuals will have that point of personal capacity or business capacity. Okay, so 7(1)(a) says, sir, you should need goods or service supplied for consideration in the course of business. Simple. Now, this everything you see from whose point of view? Supplier's point of view. Shall we move on? Now, clause B. Here we are talking about importation of service. Very, very, very important. Please remember properly. I have notes also. Notes, everything I'll share to you. Just remember, importation of service. Importation of service for consideration of, without consideration, for consideration. Because this is clause B. It says, I don't want B. B for business. Clause B says, I don't want B. B for business. Clause B says, importation of service with consideration whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. That means you are importing something, service, not goods. Import of goods will come under customs. Goods import and export dealt in customs. Services dealt in GST. Okay, first thing. Now, importation of service are goods are with consideration or without consideration? With consideration. For business or without business? Anything, whether or not in the course or furtherance of business is not mandatory. Business is there, fine. Not there, no problem. Are you understanding the point, ma? Now look at this, ma. Look at this example. Not Devasenara, Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, Buffalo. No, Ivanka Trump is from USA, ma. She is providing advisory services to Mr. Salman Khan. How to remain as a bachelor for life. Like that, she is providing advisory services. How much she is charging, ma? 1 lakh US dollars. 1 lakh US dollars. I tried to draw Salman Khan biceps, ma. Okay, that became elephant trunk. Okay, ignore me. Ignore my artistic skills. Okay, so is it a supply or not? Here you should see everything from recipient point of view. Are you understanding the point? You should see everything from, because you are talking about import of service. That means you are talking about importer. Importer means buyer or seller? Buyer, recipient. So clause B, you see everything from whose angle? Recipient's angle. That is importer, recipient's point of view. Who is the recipient here? Sallukan. Okay. Importing some service? Yes. Consideration is there? Is there or not consideration? $1 lakh. $1 lakh. Yes. Business is there? Remaining bachelor days is business, huh? No. Personal purpose. But still it is supply. Because whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. Sir, same case, sir. Imagine Mr. Donald Trump is providing advisory services to Mr. Shah Rukh Khan for his business Red Chillies Entertainments Private Limited. And Donald Trump is charging 10 lakh US dollars. Shah Rukh Khan is importing service. For consideration 10 lakh US dollars for his business called Red Chillies Entertainments. It is supply. Ma, importation of service, listen carefully. Importation of service, if there is consideration, blindly you tell it is supply. Am I clear? Importation of service with consideration. Straight away, should I see business purpose or personal purpose? It is business purpose or personal purpose. Both cases it is supply. Am I clear, everyone? So now you help me with the provision. Section 7, subsection 1, clause B. Importation of for consideration. Whether or not in the course of business. Simple. Is a supply. Again, one more time, one last time. Importation of for whether or not in business. It is. Am I clear? Sure, pakka. Right, this is 7.1b. Online students, even though you are on mute, you should be repeating the lines. Okay. Your relatives, your siblings, your parents should feel that, yes, my brother, my sister, my son, my daughter is reading like that. Give them that impact. Okay. Fine. Next. What is next one, ma? Clause C. We are done with clause B. Now we are moving on to clause C. What is clause C? C says I don't want C. C means what? Consideration. B says I don't want B. C says I don't want C. B means business, C means consider. That means 7.1b is exception to B, 7.1c is exception to C. Exception to business, exception to consideration. Very important topic. This 7.1c, schedule 1. Listen carefully. Section 7, subsection 1, clause C says, sir, go and refer schedule 1, sir. In schedule 1, there are 4 activities. These 4 activities, if you do, not anything else, only these 4 activities, if you do without consideration also, I call it supply. General rule is what? No consideration, no supply. No consideration, no supply. But these 4 cases, even though there is no consideration, still we call it as supply. Am I clear? How many cases, ma? How many cases? 4 cases. Where it is given? Loudly. Where it is given? Schedule. Where it is given? So schedule 1 is, can I say, supply without schedule 1 is what? Supply without consideration. Shall we move on? How many points? 4 points. First point, permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC was availed or taken. Do you remember that? We have purchased a camera for recording all these things. We have taken ITC also on that. Business purpose, we have taken ITC. What we are doing, we are gifting this to someone without consideration. We are freely transferring or disposing this. Is it supply or not? Yes, it is supply. Clear? Do you remember regular batch fellows? We have discussed a chartered accountant or cost accountant gifting a MacBook on Valentine's Day to his girlfriend. Purchased MacBook, ma. Took ITC. Now what that fellow is doing? Gifting to girlfriend on Valentine's Day. Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which you have taken. Then it is supply. You cannot say, sir, no consideration, no supply, sir. Still we call it as supply, because schedule 1 says, yeah, if you do these 4 activities, these are supply, even though done without consideration. Shall we continue? Right. Second activity. What is second one? Related persons or distinct persons. Supply between related person or distinct person. Related person to distinct person or distinct person to related person? Both, huh? Not both. None of the above. Related person to related person, distinct person to distinct person. Not related person to distinct person to related person. You memory loss fellows. Okay. RP to DP, DP to RP. It is not that. It is RP to RP, DP to DP. Related person to related person, distinct person to distinct person. That means you should know meaning of 2 things. Who is a related person? Who is a distinct person? Either we both should be called as related persons. I do something without consideration also, it is supply. But what is the important element there? There should be business. My schedule 1, guys, remember, to call a transaction as supply, 2 things are important. 1 is business, 2 is consideration. In this case, what we are discussing, consideration not required. That means business should be there. Pakka. You and me are related person. We are selling something without consideration in the course of business. Supplier, not a supplier. Supplier, not supplier. Am I clear with that, everybody? Now, first we should know the meaning of what? First we should know the meaning of what? Related person. Correct? How many points are there in related person? How many points are there, ma? First, let me try. First point. Officers or directors of each other's business. Listen to me. You don't turn any pages. Just listen to me. Officers or directors of each other's business. You are director of my business, or I am officer of your business. We both are called as, when we both are called as related, if we do anything without consideration, but for business, it is still supply. Second point, legally recognized partners. You and me are partners. Employer, employee. Common ownership greater than or equal to 25% of voting stock equity. I am holding 80% in the boys private limited, 30% in the girls private limited. Then you both are related because you have a common owner. How much he is holding? 25% or more. That means greater than or equal to 25%. So because of that, it is not about you and me. It is about me holding in both of you. You both are related because you both got a common owner holding substantial share. Clear? Shall we continue? Here, this is 4th point. 6th point is common control. I am controlling you also. I am controlling this fellow also. Boys also, girls also. Both are related. In your technical language, Mr. A is controlling B limited and C limited. B limited and C limited are related. A limited is controlling B limited and C limited. B limited and C limited are related. Fourth point is common ownership. Sixth point is common control. Am I clear? Fifth point is one fellow directly or indirectly controls the another. Holding company, subsidiary company. We both are related. Next, inverse triangle of sixth point. You are controlling me, you are also controlling me. Earlier point, you are in inter. I am controlling boys also, controlling girls also. So they are related. Now you came to final. Boys also controlling me, girls also controlling me. So you both are. Are you understanding the point? Earlier it was like this triangle. Now it is inverse. So you both are related. Shall I continue? Sure. What is the meaning we are discussing? Related person. So in that we have discussed 5, 6, 7 points. Next one. Sole agent, distributor or concessionary. I am manufacturing water bottles. All of you are distributors of water bottles. But I appointing this fellow Basha. He is the only distributor. I will not give the goods to anyone. He is my sole distributor. Basha and Vishnu are related. Are you understanding the point? Because out of so many distributors in the market, I have only one distributor. Am I clear? Shall I continue? You call sole distributor, you call sole agent, you call sole concessionary, you call whatever you want. That fellow is your only acting agent. Then he is your related. Last one, members of same family. So 9 points will be there in related person. Now listen carefully, listen carefully. Sir, related person meaning you satisfy in any case. And between you anything happens. With consideration or without consideration. But it should be in the course of, then it is supply. Father and son related or not related? Members of same family. Here family definition is very important for you. Sir, family definition very, 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 very important. Listen carefully. Family means it is divided into two parts. One part is your spouse and children are always your family, no matter whether you like them or not. I mean, whether they are dependent on you or not, they are family. But your parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, only when they are wholly dependent on you, then only you can call them as family. Otherwise, they are not your family. Now the crazy part is, if you observe this properly, according to this definition, my mother is not my family. But I am my mother's family. Because for my mother, if you see family definition, I am the child, always related, no matter whether I am dependent on her or not. Correct? But if you see my family definition, parents, only when they are wholly or mainly dependent. My mother is not at all dependent on me. Then, according to this definition, my mother is, Vishnu's mother is not Vishnu's family. Are you understanding that point? But for Vishnu's mother, Vishnu is always. Understanding the point, Ra? In questions here and there, some MCQs, they gave this point. Father providing something to son. Father wholly dependent on son, like that they give. So if you see from your point of view, your parents are your family only when they are wholly dependent on you. But you are family of your parents. From your parents' point of view, if you see, you are always family. Correct? Understood? Shall I continue? So from parents' point of view, children are always family. But from children's point of view, if you are seeing the family definition, parents will be family only when they are wholly or mainly dependent on children. Online students send me some emojis. Clear? Just checking whether they are active or sleeping or whatever it is. Okay. Family definition means people are assuming about future family or what, we don't know. Respond. Basha. Fine. Yes, listen. Fine, listen. Clear family definition, clear everybody? Shall we continue? So what is the concept we are discussing? We are discussing the meaning of related persons and we are done with the related person meaning. Now listen carefully here. 9 points we have discussed. You tell me, father is gifting an iPhone to son for Diwali. Supplier, not a supplier? According to father, son is a related person. Gifting without not for business purpose, so it is not supply. Don't feel okay, father is gifting on Diwali. Hey, GST officer, come on, charge GST. Okay, you should not do all these things. Okay, it should be for business. Imagine father is a wholesale dealer in mobiles. Son is running a retail shop. Father is sending stock without consideration. Father, son. Son is a related person. Sending goods without consideration, but for business purpose. Then it is supply. Are you understanding the point, ma? Holding company purchasing machinery, supplying to subsidiary company. Supply, not a supplier. Supply, because they are related person. Directly one fellow is controlling the other fellow. Ma, are you understanding the point? That is what the concept. Shall we continue? In this third point, what is the third point? Employer and employee. Correct? Now here employer and employee concept, if you see, sir, in employer-employee concept, very important point here. Sir, in employer and employee concept, sir, there are three things, sir. Look at this, ma. Look at this, everyone. Employer-employee, related or not related? First, leave about this concept. Generally, employee is providing services to employer, for which employer pays consideration, salary to employee. Is it supply or not? Schedule 3 will say, sir, employee providing services in employment contract as per employment contract is not a supply, no GST. Are you clear with that? Salary, no GST. Why salary, no GST? Because it is schedule 3 item. What is schedule 3? Neither SOG nor SOS. Negative list. Somebody calls it negative list. Somebody says neither SOG nor SOS. That means it is not at all a supply. Everybody remember some online fellows? Do you remember that? Ma? Respond here in the chat box. Yes or no? Don't send emojis. Don't send emojis. Use the chat box. Use the chat box. Do you remember that? Schedule 3. If you remember, just send a letter yes. Just send a letter yes. Schedule 3. Neither SOG nor SOS. Neither. SOG means supply of goods. SOS means supply of service. These are normal language. Okay, I use in regular batch. So neither SOG nor SOS. That means it is not at all a supply. Online fellows respond. So it is neither SOG nor SOS. If you see schedule 3, they have given list of items. You do this. This is not a supply. No GST. Clear? That is what the concept. Now, sir, in that what they have given, na? Employee providing services to employer in the course of employment contract. He will get salary, is not a supply. Sir, he will also get perquisites. Perquisites you have studied in direct tax. Perquisites also form part of salary. Salary means what? Not only basic DA, HRA, but also rent-free unfurnished accommodation, plus car, plus driver, plus housemaid, plus gardener, plus cook, all these things. Okay, so all these things, what do you remember? My perquisite is also salary. You are paying income tax on that. For income tax it is salary. Now for GST it will become something else. It is so salary plus perquisites, no GST. Now there is one more doubt, sir. Apart from salary, apart from perquisites, best employee of the month award goes to Basha Bhai. Like that we are giving one gift, Rolex watch. Imagine I am giving gift. Imagine, okay, important word. Okay, so imagine I am giving that Rolex watch. It is not salary. It is not perquisite. This is something extra without consideration. You cannot say, sir, he is working. No, sir, because he is working only I am paying salary, I am paying perquisites. This is something extra for that. For that, you know, you have a relaxation. What is relaxation? 50,000 per employee per annum. Aggregate value of gifts. Aggregate value of gifts means in that entire year, I should have given him gifts, and if you add all that value, you should not go more than 50,000. If it is not going more than 50,000, first important word is aggregate value of gifts. Per employee per annum. Should not exceed. That means it should be less than 50,000 or greater than 50,000. Less than or equal to 50,000. Less than or equal to 50,000. Clear? If it is 50,000 and 52,000, One second. Wait. I have a small. You should not look at the screen like that. Guru Guran Pakoda. Okay, erase pannambodella. Okay, right. Look at this example, ma. We are running a business. We were the gems and diamonds, and I'm having employees: Mr. Hulk, Miss Wanda, Mr. Captain America, Mr. Thanos, Mr. Thor. These are the staff. Okay, ivangalku the gifts. The gifts I gave to them. To Mr. Hulk, I gave gift worth 52,000 aggregate value in that financial year. 52,000. Now, what is the value of supply? 2,000 or 52,000? Now, understand this is not income tax. When you read some limit, after exceeding that limit, only that extra amount is tax. That is income tax, not GST. Okay, GST is unique. Okay. Now, if you cross the limit, that Love Today movie dialogue, okay, so when you are within the border only, you are safe. So if you cross, fully taxable. Clear? So it is how much ma? 52,000 is value of supply. Oi, manaslayo. 52,000. Next, Miss Wanda, 143,000. What is the value of supply? 1,43,000. For Captain America, value of supply is 0. Mr. Thanos, 20,000. Value of supply is 0. Mr. Thor. Am I clear? So this is the concept. Okay. I don't know what CMA Institute found great in this concept. MCQ mele MCQ. Like, bro, who are you? Okay, fine. Seriously, yesterday I had a plan of sitting and decoding all your question papers. But after seeing so many Instagram reels of RJ Balaji shouting in the theater, I thought, and see, for me, from childhood, I have a positive opinion about Surya, about his acting and selection of subjects, etc. etc. So, from not Singham like that, Gajini, okay. Typical this society Instagram mindset. Only negative we will focus, or positive we will never worry focus. Okay, right. So, Gajini, you forgot and you Singham. Right. In that movie, Singham will come, Ra. Okay, okay. Right. Fine, listen. See. So what I thought, okay, fine. Let me just sit and decode the question papers like that. I had a plan. Because of this, so what I thought, morning class, I should start 8 o'clock. I cannot go for night show. So I will waste my sleep, etc. And again, to get back into the sync, it may take time like that, I thought. And what I thought, morning first you go and watch the movie, Ra. Finish off that. One assignment is there, watching movie. Let us finish off this. Okay. So, 9 o'clock show I have booked. Finished the movie. And 9 o'clock show I entered theater 9:20. Okay. So, assuming some ads. While during the checking in PVR, I asked that security person, Anna, ads how much time? Morning special show, no ads, he said. I was like, oh my god. Okay, fine. So, finished the movie somewhere around 12 o'clock, 12:30. After lunch, everything and all, I came home somewhere around 3 o'clock. After coming at 3 o'clock, I felt like so much tired because of the sun, thanks to sun god, you go 10 minutes outside and roam, it's over. Your body energy will be evaporated. Okay, I felt like, okay, let me take some rest. Kept alarm for 5:30. Evening 5:30, I woke up. I just outside had some Madras coffee, some snacks and all I had. Lunch I skipped. So lunch is there in home. 5:30 to 7:30 I had my lunch. Evening. Okay. So 7:30 over. Now I am thinking what to do. I had some other works, so I finished all that stuff and I sat at 10 o'clock to decode your question papers. Okay. Now I went to CMA Institute website and I thought of downloading the suggested answers, all these things I was downloading. In that it is asking the registration number, CMA registration number. For me, where do I have CMA registration number? Okay. So for those who doesn't know about me, I am a chartered accountant by qualification, never registered for CMA. Okay, so I don't have CMA registration number. Suddenly I'm searching in my contacts, any CMA inter students are there. One single fellow also not there. Went to Instagram. I remember that fellow named Rahul. Okay, Instagram I went and I searched for Rahul. It has shown some suggestions. In that this fellow's name was there. I just immediately opened and texted. Hey Rahul, immediately call me like that. I have texted him. And I'm in such 10 o'clock or night 10:15. So I'm searching for other options also. I texted some two more students in Instagram. Immediately I'm getting called 10:20, 10:15, something like that. I understood this should be one fellow. So I picked the call. Sir Rahul sir. Ray, tell me your CMA registration number. He's reading something lengthy 022. See, for CA students registration means SRO 0298374 was my registration. That's all. Only sweet and short. 0298374. Okay, 7 digits. Tala for a reason. Okay. So this fellow is reading number 022 something blah blah. For me, I got a doubt. Is it registration number first? I asked him, Ray, is this your because I have doubt on that fellow also. Okay. Ray, is this your registration number like that? I'm asking. He's like, yes, sir. Line layer. I have doubt. No. You stay in line only like that. I first use that registration number, whatever he said, copy paste pan it, update side in chat box, WhatsApp, I sent it to my personal chat. And everything, captcha code, everything entered and tried to download one question paper. Download it. Suggested answer. Then I believed him. Okay, this is registration number. Okay, then okay, you disconnect the call. And I started reading the suggested answer question papers, all these things. Then I prepared this. First morning I have shown you, no, one Excel sheet analysis. Oh, yamma. Ajara nano terre nada kaam idu. Nora, idu struck. Okay. Sandosam. So I opened Excel and I thought, first 6 question papers let me decode like that I thought. Then time 10:30. First 4 pannada paakalam. Okay. Then I have decoded 4. Time somewhere around 12 o'clock or 12:30. I thought 2 more papers let us try. Add panla easier than I record. So I thought 2 more papers let me try. Okay, 1 more paper I have did. Going in descending order. Then June paper I have opened, June 2023. Question paper pattern itself is different fully. Not like this, income tax separately, GST separately, indirect tax separately, like that. Pattern itself was different. Then I thought, okay, fine. No, 22 syllabus also pattern was like that. So pattern was like that. So I thought, okay, from here they have changed the pattern. First let us understand this. Like that I have just made all this ready. And then, okay, somewhere 1:30 I have slept. So that was the story of preparing this. And why I told all this story now? While going through this, seriously I was surprised. I was really expecting some technical areas, typical areas, all these things. And they are like, value of supply 50,000 limit, 3 MCQs, 3 attempts I have seen that question. 2 mark, 2 mark, 2 mark. If you have attended class properly, no need of revision also. Somewhere in middle of script, if someone wakes you up and asks, hey, employer, what is the limit? 50,000 you will shout. Okay. And the easy question, I'll put 2 mark. Okay. My surprising point is that basics chapter 14 mark weightage. I was like, yara ningerla. Okay. Sorry, fine. Okay. Leave it. Fine. This notes and all I will share to you. The link will be given. Don't worry. Okay. Right. Am I clear till now? What is that we are discussing, Ra? Employer-employee concept, correct? Yes. RJ Balaji illada. Yeah. Employer-employee concept. This is clear, Amma? Oi, till now clear, Amma? Yes. 1:30 I will give you break. Don't think about break. Okay. I can see some faces thinking about எப்ப சாப்பிட விடுவாங்க, when this fellow will give lunch break. 1:30 I will give you. Okay. Shall we continue? 20 more minutes, that's all. Online students clear, Ara? Are you still awake? Send some thumbs up, Ra. They'll be like, yes sir, ready sir, come on. Ma, hinnu konju sambar. Okay. Fine, listen. Sunday some vegetarian students, right? Leave it, ignore, okay? Yeah. Fine, listen. Employer-employee concept, sir. What we have understood, they are related person, but salary perquisites we have understood it is not a supply because of Schedule 3. Salary perquisites because of Schedule 3 it is not a supply. But anything other than that, any gifts, supply, and there is a relaxation for that. What is the relaxation, ma? 50,000. Am I clear? Aggregate value of supplies per employee per annum. Shall we move on? Now, sir, we have discussed related person meaning. But there is one more meaning. What is that? Distinct persons. Do you remember distinct persons? Section 25, subsection 4, 25, subsection 5. First thing, yes. Here, with respect to registration, you should remember this. What is that? Sir, multiple states, multiple registrations mandatory, sir. Where and all you are doing business, in those states you should take registration, sir. But within the same state, can you take multiple registrations? That is up to your will and wish, sir. If you want to take it. We are not forcing. For example, Vishnuvardhan is a chartered accountant in Tamil Nadu doing chartered accountant practice, will take registration. I want to run a restaurant, I will take separate registration. I want to run some electronics showroom, I will take a different registration. That is my wish. Or I can take everything under same registration. So what is this flowchart teaching you? Multiple states, multiple registrations, mandatory. But same state, multiple registrations, optional. If you want to take multiple registrations, take multiple registrations and proceed. Otherwise, no sir, I want to continue with the same registration, na? Continue with the same registration. Am I clear? Now, why did I teach this to you, na? Sir, to teach the concept of distinct persons. To teach the concept of distinct persons. So, distinct persons concept says, listen carefully, distinct person concept says, distinct persons means two varieties are there. First, related person, distinct person, what is the difference? Related persons, there are two persons. You are talking about their relationship. Are they related or not? Distinct persons, only one fellow is there. You are assuming them as two. Oi, Purida. Related persons, two members are there. You are talking about their relation. But distinct person, only one fellow is there. You are assuming it as two. Vishnuvardhan has two registrations. One in Andhra Pradesh, the other is in Tamil Nadu. Then these two registrations are treated as registrations of two different persons, two distinct persons. Am I clear, ma? So what is 25 subsection 4 says? When you are called as distinct persons, one fellow having how many registrations? Same state or different state? I gave example for different state. It may be in same state also. Vishnuvardhan chartered accountant one registration, Vishnuvardhan restaurant one registration, both in Chennai. But these are treated as distinct persons. These are treated as distinct persons. So 25 subsection 4, what it needs? Two registrations. Same state or different states? Anything. Maybe same state or different states. Then these two different registrations of same person will be treated as registrations of two distinct persons. Oh, are you understanding the point? That is 25 subsection 4. What is 25 subsection 4, ma? Distinct persons. For that, what does it need? Two different registrations. Same state or different states? Same state or different states. Am I clear? Now, 25 subsection 5 says, you should be in two states. One state registered, another state unregistered. One state registered, another state unregistered. Then you are called as distinct persons. Vishnuvardhan chartered accountant, Tamil Nadu registered. Vishnuvardhan Pondicherry running liquor shop, not registered. Why not registered? Liquor mele GST, there is no GST on liquor. What will you do after taking GST registration? Om CGSTI Namaha, Varadaya Namaha, SGSTI Namaha, Varadaya Namaha. You should do puja, okay? Yes or no? So, I am giving you an example. I am in two states. One state registered, another state clear? Possible. Aduk I give you one example. Am I clear? So I repeat, 25 subsection 4. Look at this carefully. 25 subsection 4 needs what? Subsection 4. Ma, distinct person meaning is given in two subsections. Ma. One is subsection 4, the other is subsection 5. For subsection 4, what you need? Two different registrations. same or different, whatever it is, you are called. Two different registrations are treated as two different persons, that's all. But sir, they are belonging to same firm, still we will treat them as two different persons, distinct persons. Clear? Subsection 5 says two different states, both the states I am only located, one registered, another unregistered, and it is treated as belonging to two different persons. Am I clear? Now listen carefully, look at this example, look at this example. Look at this first one. Sir, it is the story of Vivar the Notebooks Private Limited, sir. Okay. I am located in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, registered. Okay. I am transferring, first case, transferring stock, the notebooks, without consideration to Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh, registered. Distinct persons or not, you should check. First, I have registration in Tamil Nadu also, Andhra also. Two registrations, same person. Distinct persons or not. Now this stock transfer is supply or not supply? Distinct person without consideration is that means distinct person concept says yeah, the stock transfer or branch transfer what you are doing is supply. Are you understanding the point, ma? Everybody, shall we continue? Right, so this is supply or not supply, ma? Supply. Very good. Everyone listen carefully. The second case, look at the second case. I am in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I am in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, sending stock to Coimbatore branch, Tamil Nadu. But both are having same registration. Now, are they distinct persons or not? For distinct persons, you need either two registrations. Here you have how many registrations? How many registrations? Chennai and Coimbatore same registration, ra? How many you have? One. Can you call them as distinct persons? No. Subsection 5, to call distinct persons, you need at least two states. Two states. Here you are in. Then both the cases, ma, distinct persons is dealt in two cases. Both the cases are not satisfied here, correct? That means can I call you as distinct persons? That means is it supply? If you are not distinct persons, without consideration it cannot be called as supply. Ray, am I clear, everyone? Next, look at this third one. You tell me what is the answer. Third one. Supply, ma, because there are two registrations, distinct persons, so it is supply. Here there is only one registration, but there are two states, one registered, one unregistered, so this is distinct persons, hence sub. Either there should be two registrations, same state or different states, or there should be two states, one registered, one. What if both are registered? First case, distinct persons, supply. Clear, or shall I continue? Sure, appa. Fine. So that is what the point. That means what? First you should see whether they are distinct persons or not. For that you have two situations. If they are distinct persons, without consideration also supply. If they are not distinct persons, no consideration, no supply. Am I clear? Right. Next, what is the main concept we are discussing here? Schedule 1. Schedule 1, 7(1)(c), section 7, subsection 1, clause C. Schedule 1 we are discussing. Schedule 1 covers how many activities? 4 activities. In that we are done with 2 activities. First activity is what? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC was taken. Next, activity 2, related person and distinct person. Between them anything is happening, without consideration also it is supply, but it should be in the course of business, in the course of furtherance of business. Clear? And point 3, what is activity 3? Principal and agent. Supply of goods from principal to agent, or vice versa, without consideration. But here the triggering factor is who should raise invoice to the customer. Now look at this, ma. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Vishnu is from Chennai, he is the principal, transferring notebooks. Transferring. Ma, is the audio clear, everyone? Online students respond. Audio clear? Audio should be clear. Abida, I think your internet connection has some issues. Please check. Audio should be clear. Right. Fine. Yes, ma, listen, ma, listen, ma, listen, ma. Oi, listen, 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 listen. Sir, Vishnu is the principal from Chennai, and he is having a agent in Coimbatore called Spartan. To Spartan, I am sending notebooks, some notebooks. That is what my business, notebooks business. I am asking him to sell there, to identify some notebook stall owners, bookstall owners, to sell to them. I am asking Spartan. Goods I am sending from Chennai to Coimbatore. With consideration or without consideration? Is this supply or not is the question. For that, what should we check? Who is raising invoice to that bookstall owners in Coimbatore? If Spartan is raising, movement of goods between Vishnu and Spartan is supply. Goods, listen to me, look at me, look at me. Goods Vishnu is sending to Spartan, Spartan is selling to bookstall owners. If Vishnu sending notebooks and Spartan raises the invoice, who is the owner? I am the owner. But who raised the invoice? Spartan. Correct? There is connection between Spartan and notebook stall owners. But what about Vishnu and agent? So Vishnu should raise invoice on agent, Spartan. No sir, Vishnu sent notebooks to Spartan. Spartan has sold the notebooks to notebook stall owners. Vishnu is only raising invoice. Who is the owner? Vishnu. Who is raising invoice? Vishnu. Vishnu is raising invoice on notebook stall owners, but goods are sent through Spartan. My goods, I am the owner, I raised invoice, transaction over. My goods, you are raising invoice. Then I should raise invoice on you. That is the concept. You cannot say, Vishnu sir, there is no consideration between you and me. No sir, still we should raise the invoice. It is treated as supply. Clear? Now look at this, ma. Look at this. If invoice is raised in the name of Vishnu, principal himself, then transaction between Vishnu and Spartan is not a supply. If invoice is raised by Spartan only, then transaction between Vishnu and Spartan is supply. Ma, between principal and agent, is it supply or not? The answer depends on who is raising the invoice to the final customer. Who should raise the invoice to the final customer to call it supply? Sattama, who should call it? Agent. Agent. Am I clear? I repeat, principal and agent. Goods are supplied. Is it supply or not? Without consideration. Is it supply or not? What is the triggering factor here? Who raises the invoice to whom? Final customer. Who should raise invoice as per this case? Agent. If agent raises the invoice, schedule 1 will come into picture. Yes, it is supply. If agent doesn't raise the invoice, then schedule 1 will not come into picture. Principal sending goods to agent, supplier, not a supplier. Not a supply, because agent is not raising the invoice. Are you understanding the point? Very, very important. Please keep this in mind. I repeat one last time. Principal and agent, is it supply or not? Question, the answer depends on what? Who is raising invoice to final consumer or final customer? If agent is raising invoice, between principal and agent it is supply as per schedule 1. Clear? If principal himself is raising invoice, then anything between principal and agent is not a supply. Clear? Shall we continue? Right, that is schedule 3. Last point, we'll discuss this and go for the break. Okay, last point, that is para 4. Schedule 1 total how many paras? 4. We are done with 3. The last one, para 4. Importation of service, if you remember, without consideration, but in the course or furtherance of business, from a related person or own establishment located outside India. Importation of service means you should see from whose angle? Supplier's point of view or recipient point of view? Recipient should be importing it from related person or own establishment located outside India. Okay, with consideration or without consideration? Without consideration means schedule 1 we are talking. Okay, it should be in the course of importation of service. Have you seen anywhere else before? Importation of service, have you seen anywhere before? Concept, what is the concept? Importation of service for consideration whether or not in the course of furtherance of business. Section number 71B. If you see importation of service generally, first focus on what is the discussion. Appuram we will see Devasena, Bahubali and all. Okay, right. When they are talking about importation of service, sir, there are two things, either 71B or 71C. 71C read along with schedule 1 para 4. Am I clear? Schedule 1 para 4. 4 activities we told Noma. Activity 1, 2, 3, that is nothing but para 1, para 2, para 3, para 4. Sir, if it is with consideration, where it will come? Automatically 71B. Supplier, not a supplier. You need not check anything else, it is supply, because consideration is there. If consideration is there for importation of service, you need not check anything, it is supply. Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump case. But here, if it is without consideration, you should satisfy two more conditions. Without consideration, you should satisfy two more conditions. What are the two more conditions? Number one, it should be definitely for business purpose. Number two, sir, it should be from related person or own establishment located outside India. Clear? These conditions you should satisfy. Then only it is supply. Shall we see the question? Look at this, Mahendra Bahubali is a lawyer in USA. You can see the lawyer costume, okay, in USA. Okay, now, sir, he is son of Devasena. Okay, Devasena mother in India. This fellow is providing legal advisory services to file a divorce suit without consideration. Is it supply or not? First thing, from whose point of view you should check this? Devasena's point of view. Is Devas, because recipient point of view, we should check importation of service means. Is she importing service? Yes. With consideration or without consideration? Without consideration means two more extra conditions. With consideration, no conditions. Straight away supply. What are two more extra conditions? Business related. Is this business purpose? Taking divorce is business of Devasena? No. So this is no business purpose. So automatically this is not a supply. Imagine if Mahendra Bahubali is providing same legal advisory services to Devasena for filing a suit against Ballal Dev with respect to her business Mahishmati and Co. Magilmati and Co. Balwal Dev, whatever it is. Okay. Is this supply? First, again, import of service. We see everything from Devasena's point of view here. Is she importing service? Yes. Without consideration? Yes. Two more conditions. Business is there? Yes. Is she importing from related person? Yes or no? For Devasena, Mahendra Bahubali's son. Related or not related? Related. So yes, obviously it is supply. Clear? Sure? Pakka? Okay. Now, after discussing about Bahubali, if we don't discuss about Kattappa will feel sad. Okay. So now, same story, ditto same story. Only change in the story is there Mahendra Bahubali, son of Devasena. Here, the supplier is Kattappa, father of Devasena, lawyer in USA. Okay. Now tell me what is the answer. Hey, so next line என்னடா repeat பண்ணடா. Okay. Has Salabhatta Samutra San. Okay, what is the answer? First one. Supply, not supply. First one, not a supply, sir. Personal purpose, we know that absolutely clear. Second one. Online fellows, respond. Second one. What is second one? Supply, not supply. Hey, second one. Why not a supply? Father, yes. For Devasena, father is related only if he is wholly or mainly dependent on Devasena. Father is lawyer in USA. lawyer in USA, correct? He is not beggar in USA. Okay. And one more thing is wholly or mainly dependent on that fellow is lawyer na, he will not be wholly or mainly dependent on her, so obviously he is not a related person. Because he is not a related person, he is not a family, sir, he is violating the condition. So automatically both cases, in first case you are violating two conditions, not business purpose, not related person. Second case you are violating two condition, one condition, sorry, it is business purpose but it is not from related person. Ma understood or both the cases it is not a supply. Clear? Online students, send some emojis. Fast, 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 fast. Have you understood this? Everybody respond, 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 respond. Yes. With this we are done with schedule. Oi, we are done with what ma schedule? 1. Okay. Right. So we'll do it, don't worry. Yes. That customs valuation I will take somewhere around 3:30 like that, when you are about to sleep. I will wake you up from the sleep, okay? By bringing the problems. Okay. Fine. Now with this we are done with schedule 1. Okay. So let us move on to the next topic after the break. Let us break for a short commercial break. Don't go away. Stay tuned to your IDT revision classes. Okay.